Now we wait. Let me get a link. No, don't fucking post that beginning shit. Podcast. Just on. I made overlays, so I decided why not. There's one on YouTube run by GZ, but like I said, I got bored and I hate outdoors. I suck at it, so yeah, I'm doing it on here, boys. Because I don't know. I guess is how we gonna do it. We gonna try. I haven't streamed anything since preseason of AOMX last year, but here we go. We haven't done any. Well, I've done some sim shit. It was for Fall Cup a couple years ago, so we testing out the waters, seeing how it is. At least we got a sort of professional look with all the overlays and shit. So there's that. I know. Well, I think it's partially Race Factor's fault. Maybe, I don't know. He said because of what happened this year, which it made some questionable choices with ruling, and I don't know. He said he might come back if he misses it. So praying. But I don't mind doing it. I'm off Wednesday nights anyways, so got nothing better to do. I guess, don't you love the Cowie screenshot for the, whatever it is, Suzuki bike. Who the fuck we got in this bitch? Oh, Reno Brennan's. Damn. All right, Reno. Let's go. All right. You gotta warm up the voice. It's gonna be sketchy. Also, I think food might be arriving like mid-moto, so we'll see. Well, maybe. True. Should probably turn that up. With that. Yeah. Alright. No, I just gotta reset the game real quick. I probably could turn some stuff up higher, but I'm lazy. I'm also not running reshade, so that's probably why it might look a little different, because I'm too lazy to download it again. Because I just never used it in the first place, so. Ah, god damn, that's loud. Holy shit. I'm not used to having that sound. I'm used to the one. Alright. Whoa, you missed the start. Blake O'Brien is starting up front. McIntosh second. Damon Evans third. Ooh. Looks like someone made a small mistake, whoever that was. So Blake O'Brien, I'm guessing he's commentating View Apex, so here we go. Mr. Lobster time out front. Evans second. Pilsner, damn. Didn't realize he was in this. Holy fourth. Fisher fifth. Brennan sixth. Getting passed by McIntosh. McIntosh, I think, raced 250s this season. So there's that. This is the 450 Consi is what it is. I don't have the overlay up in the corner for that. I forgot to make that, but you know what? Fuck it. We ball. Still Blake O'Brien, Damon Evans, Pilsner, Reno Brennan will give me a second to get into this damn big battle for the final trace slot. Foley, McIntosh, Mortberg, Bryce Foley, Fisher going around the outside. Brennan still up here in that final transfer spot. Many people in these consies not running the right numbers, but I feel like they're going to be more lenient on that since Kellen isn't streaming. So they almost collide. They're 3 wide. Two of them go for the same rut, and over the berm or the rut goes Fisher. So still Blake O'Brien out front. Evans, damn. Pilsner absolutely sending it off course. With Reno Brennan in fourth, Bryce Foley fifth. Mistakey. Alright. Okay. Alright. Alright. Payson Johnson wannabe. Fell down there. Scrubbing everything. Just watch these guys for a little bit. See how it goes. Still same 3 up front. Pilsner getting a little bit of a run on Evans. Ow! Down goes Evans. Pilsner gets caught up and it allows Brennan right by. Oh, thanks for the shout out to Apexy. So Mortberg, I think, is in the final transfer spot. Yeah, P4. Let's actually turn up the FOV to like 100. Bro, I just last minute decided this shit. I saw Jay-Z doing it, honestly, there, guys. And then, I started watching it and I don't know. Felt a little lackluster. There wasn't too many like designed overlays for it, so I decided to put it on myself. But Mortberg still sitting in fourth with the number 7, trying to be Leclerc out here. Got Damon Evans in that 5th place spot, trying to chase him down. He was in there early, but tucked the front end early, or tucked the front end beginning of this lap. Colgress on the Yogi Designs. I think it's Yogi Designs still is what they are, but Yogi. Trying to make a charge. Got about 30 seconds, so about 2 laps left, I believe. Let's go back up front. Still Blake O'Brien, yeah, about 2 laps left. Reno Brennan and Joseph Pilsner hopping off track. That allows, ooh, somebody goes down. Looks like that was, yeah, Cole Gress. Blake O'Brien still leading. Reno Brennan with Joseph Pilsner right behind him. Damon Evans getting back into that final train spot. Mortberg in that 5th place spot now. Tyler McGuire in 6th. Cole Gress down into 7th, I believe. Blake O'Brien having a comfortable gap. Let's watch the 2nd place battle for a little bit. Pilsner going around the outside. Brennan up the inside. Now it's a switchback. Oh, little mistake from Brennan. Same thing for Pilsner. See if they could get it done here. Looks like Pilsner does get the pass. And they will hold another. Damon Evans still has in that 4th place. Mortberg in 5th, trying to make a charge here on that EVP machine. Now it looks like they're all hitting this inside line here. Looks like maybe a tiny mistake from Mortberg. See if he could catch up. Looks like there is a little gap, so it looks like Evans also made a small mistake. And able to reel in Brennan in those rollers. Still about 2 laps to go here in this consi. Oh, and Pilsner made a small mistake, so they're all kind of jumbled up here. Mortberg trying to go around the outside, gets a run. Evans gets a run on Brennan. Makes a pass. Brennan tries to cut down, almost gets out Mortberg. Now Mortberg right behind Brennan, who's on that final transfer spot. See if he can get it done. See if he can get a run here down the inside. Both scrubbing it really hard. Brennan able to hold on so far. Over the big pooter. Looks like Brennan goes inside. Mortberg goes third. Let's see if he could get a run here. Around the outside. They're both side by side. A little bit of dualies going on there. Brennan hops off track. Mortberg is the third rut. Ooh, little bobble there. Is able to get the pass done still. Brennan has a run now, though, on the outside. Clips the tough blocks a little. Makes a small mistake. Mortberg able to hold on here. Looks like Cole Gress trying to get back into this fight. Made a small mistake last lap. But now Mortberg has it, but he still has Evans and Pilsner right in front. Evans makes a mistake there in that rut. It holds up Mortberg, allows Brennan by, and it looks like Cole Gress. So Cole Gress just waiting patiently, able to get the pass done. Brennan as well, and then Evans and Mortberg caught up, allowing Ty McGuire to catch back up to them. But now Cole Gress has a comfortable lead in this final transfer spot. Does see Brennan right in front of him, and it would be nice to have that little bit of an extra gap between them. Check it out, friends. Blake O'Brien still has a huge gap. Looks like he has this thing on lock. Pilsner a little case. Is able to reel it back in. There's Brennan down the far inside here. This Gress goes outside. Same thing. I think that inside I played it a little bit. That inside is kind of easy to get into, but also really easy to make a mistake if you're not too careful. But it sets you up good for that outside. It's kind of smooth out there. So it is the last lap now. Cole Gress in that final transfer spot as Mortberg trying to catch back up on them. Let's watch this first person view here. So he's ran a 29.5, and that was with all that carnage. Cole Gress at 24.0, faster than Mortberg's fastest lap. And then same with Brennan. So Cole Gress, the fastest out of this small little group here, is able to put a little bit of time in on Reno Brennan in front of him. See if he can make a pass. Obviously, he doesn't want to force anything and make a mistake and end up going down here. Also not taking the same lines. He saw what happened to Mortberg. Doesn't want that to happen to him, so I'm trying to avoid it. A little front end heavy there. Going to checkers, you know, Air Willie getting up there. And still taking different lines from Brennan. Always sticking to the far insides, looks like a little bit here. Maybe not the fastest, but definitely I think a little more smooth, a lot of these far insides and far outsides. So he's trying to stick to the smooth lines, and it's working out good so far. And Cole Gress closing in. Not sure if he's trying to make a move. Not trying to force one. Oh, a little mistake. Gets kicked sideways and gets the legs off. Looks like Mortberg goes down, so it's Evans now trying to get into that final transfer spot. And then he does get by as Cole Gress is getting up. And then Cole Gress gets stuck, so Mortberg is able to get back by him. And Evans now has a small gap and has to hold on for this final transfer spot. Has a 3-second gap to Mortberg. See if he could hold on here. Mortberg makes a small mistake, hops out the rut, and he goes down, so allows Cole Gress by. That might be a DC there. Looks like he's going to finish this thing, but Cole Gress has to charge, making some small mistakes. Heart rate is definitely up there for him. And Evans trying to hold on. Maybe got a little kick there. It looks like Blake O'Brien gets the win here in the 450 Consi along with Pilsner P2. Brennan looks like he's going to get a solid P3. And Evans tiptoeing his way around is allowing Cole Gress to close on in. Trying to tiptoe through these little bumps here. Oh, and Cole Gress Looks like he overshot the rut there, goes down, gets a leg, so that assures Damon Evans a spot in this 450 motos. He launches it. Cole Gress is actually gonna get passed by Mortberg, who sends it to the finish, gets by him. See how it looks on cuts there, though. That was the cost. Go. Stat. I should probably not that. Try to pull up. What it goes. Sorry, trying to pull up live timing. That's why you don't hear no sound right now. Damn it, I gotta find the website again. And yeah, it looks like it held on to it. Obviously, we kind of knew that, so it is what it is. Go to live. Battlegrounds.com. All right, now I have live timing up, so there's that. Oh shit, I gotta look through 40 damn people. God. All right. Looks like this is 250, so let me just name off a few people. We got Wilczek, Dallaire, Jack Mark, Cody Wells, Jackson Vixen, Race Cobble, Dylan Roper, Anton Bergendel, I don't know, he's on Devis, Isaiah Dickerson, Ryan Rich, Towns Lars, Logan Leitzel, Luke Sullivan, Carson Bolin, Thomas Wilcox, Maverick Snyder, Lucas Aragata, Jerome Goodbow, Cash Woods, Johnny Badani, Wyatt Grant, Jack Allen, Adam Holland, Ben Kafa, Tyler Blowers, Rasmus Balzers, Evan Holt, Jans, Braden Tharp, Killian Motiz, Cody Branson, or Gummy Worm, if you watch the Motor Boys recap, Caden Speck, Joey Bradstreet, Trent Adams, Andre Fatosa, Hayden Stevenson, Ben Nerona. All right. 250 lineup check. Damn, I'm able to load in. Clearly not enough skins yet. Here we go. Alright. Obviously don't have much skin because there's not a not a whatever it's called. Not a lot of people posting in the skins thread. It's okay. So we ran through the whole lineup there. All 40 people. Now we're just waiting. 250 moto. I'll figure this out next week. I'm not figuring this out right now, but I know we make live timing more accurate. We got Covenant's gear, so there's that. We got Chaparral Kawasaki's gear. I don't got Ice Spec, so there's that. I got District Design. Well, never mind. I guess I don't got them. Oh, I got Cheap Gas MX. Cheap Gas MX. Don't got them. Nope. Ryan Rich, definitely not number one, but hey, you know, they're gotta be a little more lenient about it, I guess. All right. starting the race. Just wait, is she here? Alright, timer's gonna be a little delayed, but here we go on the start. Who we watching? Oh, somebody jumped the gate early. Looks like Wyatt Grant has a good start down the inside. Whoever the 18 is. Ben Kafa gets a good start. And it turns out to be Wyatt Grant for the whole shot in this Moto 1, first Moto of the season on outdoors. Then we got Cashwood in P2, Ben Kafa P3, Dylan Delaire battling with Cody Branson in P4. We got Max Wilczek P5 or P6, Evan Holt P7, battling with Talon Zollers there. Go up to the front, it is still Wyatt Grant. It's a little sideways here, a little bit of dualies action there with Cash Woods, a bunch of people jumping over that. Ben Kafa, Max Wilczek, Cody Branson, Evan Holt, all these guys battling up front. There's someone offside track. Looks like it was Wyatt Grant. Yeah, so Cash Woods lead. Oh, and it looks like Wilczek makes a little mistake there. Ends up going down, but it's Cash Woods in the lead. Wyatt Grant second, Evan Holt third, Cody Branson fourth, Nerona fifth, Zollers, Tharp, everyone up here early. Looks like Zollers and Tharp got a little bit into it together, pushing him wide. Branson moving up into fourth early here. So looks like Nerona and Kafa battling right behind him. Looks like someone going down the inside. Looks like Zollers trying to make a pass on Stevenson. As Stevenson gets up the inside, clips. Kafa goes down, tucks the front, allowing Tharp by and a couple other riders by. Looks like Jack Mark, I think his name is, or is it? Nope, Ryan Rich. Wrong guy. So Braden Tharp up here, Dylan Roper, Hayden Stevenson. There's Luke Sullivan finally is up here. Looks like he's down in P13 and he's got Max Wilczek right behind him. Keem Ortiz looks like he cut over on someone. Might have been Ryan Chowsey. Oh yeah. I get what you meant there. My name. It's all good. Alright, as we go back to the front, it is Cash Woods leading lap 1 with Wyatt Grant P2, Evan Holt P3, battling right on the English hard. Right behind Wyatt Grant. Cody Branson P4. Ben Nerona P5. Looks like Ben Kafa P6. Ben's battling for P5. Thomas Wilcock P7. Yeah, that's math. Zollers 8. Tharp 9th. Oh, gets a little squirrely out of there. Kind of tucks front a little. It allows Dylan Roper around the outside. Tharp goes down the inside. He's able to make it done. Looks like Wilczek moved Tharp or Hayden Stevenson out of the way there. So Tharp leading this long train, freshly crowned 250 West champion, trying to make an outdoors title charge here. He's got Roper behind him, Wilczek, Ortiz, Stevenson, and then Sullivan. Then we got Wells and Delaire battling. Ariagata, Kopecki, or Kopke? I don't know. The SPX guy, Bikes guy. Got it. There's Trent Adams, and then we got Chowsey. Oh, Chowsey, little mistake. Everybody going down here. Collected Bod Street with them. There's Vic, Isaiah Dixon back here, and then Johnny Padani, P2 in the 250 East Championship, is all the way back here. Can't really tell exactly how far back. To P31, as you see it scrolling across the top of the screen, so he's absolutely buried. Looks like starts are not finding him today. But still, Cash Woods, decent-sized gap here. Got about a 3.5 second gap to Wyatt Grant, then Evan Holt, Cody Branson, P4, Ben Nerona, P5. Wilcox goes down. Ooh, Tharp kind of kicks him, but is able to hold it together here. Hold on, I gotta do something. Sorry about that, should have done this beforehand. All right. Ooh, Cash Woods gets a little sideways kick, goes down. Evan Holt is going to be able to move and to lead on that number 13 machine. Jesse Nelson looking like going into the lead. Wyatt Grant into P3 now. Cody Branson actually P3. Sorry, Wyatt Grant was into P2. Ben Nerona P4, but right behind Cody Branson, trying to make the pass done here. And got Cashwoods P5 now as he gets up. Kafa P6. Braden Tharp up to P7 now. Alright, we watch this lead pack go through. Evan Holt with the fastest lap of a 2:26 this first time by, and then Tharp with the second fastest with a 21.9. And Tharp in a little bit of traffic. There's that, but Holt still leading. Grant second, Branson third, Nerona right behind him with Cashwoods as well. Oh, Ben Kafa missed the rut a little. But luckily, Tharp wasn't close enough to make a pass, so he was able to hold on to that P6 spot, I believe. Yep. And we got Roper missing the rut as well. It allows Wilczek to get a run on him. Ooh, he slides out of the rut, which allows Zollers to close in on both of them. Ortiz and then Sullivan battling right behind him for that P11 spot. We got Wells battling with, I think that's Dallaire. Yeah, Dallaire and then Stevenson. See if these guys can mount up a charge, try to catch up. It's still early on in the race. We are only 5.5 minutes into this thing. Ooh. Looks like that was Cashwoods. It almost went over the bars there early. Evan Holt still got that decent-sized gap over Wyatt Grant. Cody Branson with Ben Nerona down the inside. Cannot get the job done. Doesn't get a run up. These two PDs really need that run up that hill, and it is so difficult to get it on that inside. Cashwoods try to go around that second run. Can't get it done. Goes down the inside here. Ben Nerona makes a small mistake. That is the pass into P4 there for Cashwoods. Trying to remount a charge. Trying to make another pass on Cody Branson. Going down the inside. See if he can get the run. Oh, he crosses over on him. Cuts off. Takes the line. Into P3 goes Cashwoods. And we got Branson now slotting into P4. Nerona P5. Kafa getting passed by Tharp into P6. So 7th is now Kafa. And then see if he can catch up to these guys. Get a pass into P4. Possibly, but Nerona trying to find a way around Branson here. Tosses it dirty over that sky shot jump. And then down the inside, sets him up for the outside. Branson cuts up, so goes Nerona. Run it down the inside, cuts over him, able to make the pass done on Branson. That'll move him into that P4 spot. Like I said, now Branson P5, but with Tharp right behind him. See if Tharp can make a pass by sitting lower here. Good dude, not scrubbing as hard, trying to hold it steady here, but he's down the inside, setting himself up well. See if Branson cuts over. He does. Takes the line away. Tharp has to check up, and then they're both slowed up because Nerona, or not Nerona, Branson could not take that rut as well. So let's see if Tharp can mount and get a pass. Past him, goes down the inside, far inside line. I think Tharp starting in that inside lineup, trying to make it work good. Can't make a pass. Looks like there's very limited passing options on this track. Didn't get to ride it much with other people. Down the inside, is able to get a run and just takes line away, but overshoots it. So Branson tries to cut him off and take himself down. Bad move, just cutting across on the straightaway, and it doesn't work out for him. But Tharp now in the same position he was, which it allowed Wilczek by, and then Kafa is now right behind him. Zollers is able to get ahead of him, as well as Dylan Dallaire. Dooley's there just a little bit, and he's able to hold the position. There's Kopke as well, Roper, Wells, about it, and then Sullivan still back there. Sullivan, I think, still had just coming off a boxer fracture on his hand, so give him a little time to warm up here, but we'll see. He did qualify up top, I think, not the fastest, but up here. But Evan Holt still leading with Wyatt Grant closing on in. Thank you, Reed. Third rut, or second rut actually, goes Grant, with Holt going all the way around the outside. Evan Holt, he battled for a title 2 years ago, I believe, or not 2 years, last year in Supercross. I think he got second there, almost won the opening race. Haven't heard his name called much this year. I think he's been doing work. I think he does do edits in real life, so there is that going on. But showing he still has some speed here, as we are almost 9 minutes into this moto here, as he does have the lead over Wyatt Grant. I could already feel my voice going from not doing commentating a long time. Nerona P3, Wilczek P4. They both cased that jump there. Looks like Braden Tharp in the P5. Yeah, 5. Oh, down the inside. He tries to make a pass on Wilczek. Or, yeah, that is Wilczek. And then Nerona still holding on to that P3 spot. Who messaging me? Alright, well, back up front, it's still these two of Evan Holt and Wyatt Grant trying to hold it down. They do have a decent-sized gap. It looks like it is. Yeah, it is up to about 10 seconds over the rest of the field. Wyatt Grant trying to go around the outside, gets a drive, cannot get it done in time. So Evan Holt overshoots the rut and allows Wyatt Grant to go into the lead there. So Wyatt Grant now has the lead of the race as we are 10 minutes into this thing, trying to pull a little bit of a gap, give himself some breathing room, tosses it a little bit. Holt trying to get a run on him. Did he go down? Yes, he did. He makes a small mistake. Didn't get legs, though. Just got a little mistake there, so he loses some time to Wyatt Grant. Looks like it's about 3 seconds that he lost to him. So Wyatt Grant now has a comfortable gap. Nerona getting hunted down by Wilczek. Wilczek trying to find an opportunity. Like I said, not too many passing spots here. See if he could get it done. Tharp also right behind him, so even a small mistake from either of these, and Tharp will be right there to capitalize. Nerona looks like he didn't get as good of a run as Wilczek. Wilczek staying lower, see if he could get the job done here. Nope, can't get it done. Has to follow in line here as they go inside and then all the way outside around this berm. He gets a better run on him. Wilczek to the right side, sends it up the hill. Now he's on the inside, makes the pass, and Nerona messes up, and it actually messes up Tharp. Tharp has to go around the outside behind him, and he is able to get the pass in. So now he sets his sights on Max Wilczek for that P3 spot. Oh, but Tharp going around the outside here is able to hold onto the line. So Nerona now getting hunted down by Cash Woods, who did get a few Supercross races won this year. Wilczek, a small mistake. Been seeing this a lot in these early couple minutes here. He's been making some small mistakes. So Tharp trying to go down the inside. He hits the right, gets the line, tries to cut him off, does not get it in time. So Wilczek is going to keep that P3 spot. Tharp fourth, Nerona fifth. Cash Woods makes a small mistake in sixth, so it allows Talon Zollers to actually get back by him. Dooley's there, a little bit of Dooley's. Does not actually make the pass stick. Cash Woods is able to get back by him. Branson goes over the berm there. Or that's not Branson, that's Cope Key. I think that's how you say your name. But Cody Wells is able to get by with Sullivan. Kind of getting a little held up. Sullivan did have the run there, but just decided to follow in line. So you get the pass here. Goes on the left side, trying to make the around the outside here. Down the inside goes Wells, and Sullivan able to make it done. And then see if Godbout can get it done here. Let's see if Sullivan can hold on here. Cuts off the line from Cody Wells. Is able to hold on and stick it out. That is up to P8 for Mr. Luke Sullivan here. Zollers in front of him and Cash Woods. And we have Nerona, Tharp battling with Wilczek. Still has not been able to get the pass done on him. See if he can get a run here. Tharp does have the fastest lap of a 2:18 flat. And then Wilczek does have the second fastest of the 2:18.7, which is about 4 seconds slower than their quali times. It's like a small mistake from Tharp allows him to lose a little bit of ground on Wilczek, but scrubs that super hard. See if he's able to get it done and hold on to it. All right, as Evan Holt is actually caught up to Wyatt Grant, I believe. Or no, I think, yeah, that's right. Wyatt Grant did get by him, but he has a gap still close, but makes a small mistake there. Allows Wyatt Grant to pull a little bit of a gap on him. Grant able to take that second from the outside right. Looks like not many people have used it, as you don't see any of the trails there on it. See what happens. Oh, and Evan Holt, he might have clipped the back tire of Wyatt Grant, but he goes over that little rut there and ends up going down. So Wilczek is able to get by. See if Tharp can too. They're side by side going in this. Evan Holt cuts all the way over and is able to hold on to that spot, but Wilczek is right in front of him. Wilczek right in the number 14, but wearing the number 27 gear. Love to see it. All right. Ooh, a little small mistake from Holt. Tharp going down the inside here. Cannot get the pass on that inside. Is slower, so there is that taking over on him. They all hit this third rut. Oh, little small clip of the tuplux there from Evan Holt. And Tharp trying to move up there, but Wilczek still in third. Or right? No, wait, that's the lead. My bad. I've been talking about the completely wrong race here. Oh, and Wilczek goes down. So Grant went down somewhere that we did not see. And then Tharp makes a small mistake. So it is Evan Holt still in the lead. Ooh, kind of clips there. Braden Tharp P2. Nerona P3. Grant is now in fourth. He must have went down where we couldn't see him. And then Wilczek P5. Cashwood 6. Zollers 7th. So back up to the front. Like I said, still Holt. See if Tharp can get by him. And then Nerona up here early. Mr. Ben Nerona. See if, you know, in Supercross he did good round 1. See if he could do good the rest of the motos. And then Wyatt Grant now here. Cash Woods. Looks like he makes a small mistake, so he's going to round Zollers and Wilczek by, but Wilczek must have went down earlier, or I don't know, he might have, who knows. I don't remember where he got up. My brain sucks. All right. Ooh, a little wheelie there. A little sauce. All right, but Evan Holt, like I said, still leading. See if he can mount a charge here. Braden Tharp, P2. Nerona, P3. Grant, P4. Zollers, P5. With Cash Woods behind him with Wilczek. Let's watch how... Ooh, Cash Woods almost goes down. Let's watch on board with Wilczek here. See how he can pick apart these lines on these guys. Cash Woods goes down the inside. Outside sticks Wilczek. And then he's able to get a run on him. And he's able to get a run a little bit on Zollers. See if he cuts over here. Or if he gets punted. Nope, he is. And Woods checks up on him. Goes onto it, but he's getting real close to the back fender of Zollers. Going to that second rut. Can he make the pass here? He does. I think they might be side by side. No, he does get the pass done. It looks like Cash Woods makes a small mistake, so Sullivan might be able to get the pass done here. Oh, Sullivan clips the rut, and then he ends up getting legs from it. And it looks like Kopke is able to catch up. Can he make the pass? He does, because Sullivan has a little bit of trouble getting going. Down the inside goes Kopke. Sullivan around the outside. It is able to hold it on. He cuts across, takes the line away, and holds on to that P8 spot there. So Sullivan P8, Kopke P9, Kafa in that P10 spot. Oh, Sullivan messes up and it takes down Kopke. Didn't really get to see what happened there as we were going back to Kafa. Let's go up here. We still got Wilczek battling behind Zollers here as Cash Woods is able to cash back up, so Wilczek making a small mistake, not able to hold on to it. And as we were watching back to those past people, it looks like Braden Tharp did able to get by Evan Holt. Looks like Evan Holt had a crash as he ran a 24.7 last lap. So that was not a good lap, but Tharp able to get by. Holt P2 now, Nerona P3 with Wyatt Grant right behind him in that P4 spot. Wilczek up to P5 as he made that pass on Zollers, who's in P6. Cash Woods P7 trying to make a move on Zollers down the inside, backs out of it. Ooh, but Zollers overshoots the rut trying to outbrake him. Cannot hold on to it. Thank you, my guy. See if he can hold on. So let's go back up front. It is still Braden Tharp. It looks like Holt has closed in just a little bit on him. It is down to 2 seconds flat now, as we are just over that halfway mark here with Nerona P3. Let's see if Grant, how close he is. He is not too close. A little bit more of a gap than there was early on this lap. But Nerona able to hold. Oh, and he gets a bad kick there in the middle of the rut. Ends up going flying, so it allows Grant by. Let's see if Wilczek can get by before he gets going. He does. And it looks like Cash Woods gets by as well. And that is a poor spot to get legs because you're at the bottom of that hill. Don't get a good run there. Zollers looks like he wanted to go even wider around that turn. Ends up going off the track. Let's see, this might be the point where they start taking opposite ruts now, because you saw that was the main rut that they were all taking, and then Nerona got a bad kick, so we'll see next lap if he takes a different rut. But like I said, it's still, looks like Tharp pulled about half a second on Evan Holt. Evan Holt, another small mistake there, so it is another half second, so it is up to about 3 seconds now on the gap for the lead. And then we got Wyatt Grant P3, Wilczek P4, Cash Woods in that P5 spot, Ben Nerona P6, obviously, P7 for Zollers, Dallaire P8, Kopke P9, Stevenson P10, and then Sullivan P11. So he must have had a fall off that allowed him to fall back there. Yeah, he had a 28.3 last lap. I gotta remap my buttons after this moto. I keep hitting the wrong one to go forward. Alrighty, but Tharp still leads as we are about 19 minutes into this moto. Evan Holt, a little bit of gap. It's down to 3.2 now, so gained a little bit more time for Tharp, even though Evan Holt did have a faster lap by about 8 tenths. So he brought the gap down from the previous lap, but Obviously lost some in that later half, and then they got about a 10-second gap to Wyatt Grant. So there's that. Oh, it looks like Tharp went down over this table, might have scrubbed it too hard or hit a kicker, so Evan Holt is up into the lead again. Leading with only 10 minutes remaining in this moto. Tharp P2, Grant P3. He has Tharp in his sights now, so there's that. And we'll check P4 with, looks like Cash Woods right behind him in P5. Ben Nerona P6 still. Zollers, Dylan, Dallaire, Kopke, Sullivan, and then Stevenson. So Sullivan got around Stevenson into that P10 spot, but now it is Evan Holt. See if he could hold on to the lead here for these last 10 minutes. He's got a 5.5-second gap over Braden Tharp. And 10 minutes to go, so that's about maybe 4 laps left for him. Yeah, it's more like 5, something like that. We'll see. He's got about 5, maybe 6 laps because it is +2 after this. So see if he could hold on for 6 laps, roughly, over Braden Tharp, the 250 West champion for Supercross. Then Wyatt Grant, I think he might have had a win, or he had a 450 heat win, something like that. Cash Woods had a couple wins in Supercross, showing he had speed outdoors. Wilczek didn't. I don't think we saw him much. We saw him in the later half of outdoors. He might be, or later half of Supercross. He might be an outdoors guy. Then we got Ben Nerona. Had a win there and was a little consistent early on, minus a couple rounds or two, and then he just fell off towards the end. You know, always got a shiitake Nerona. All good fun here. We go back here to Sullivan. He's up to P9 now. So Kopke made a small mistake. He fell down to P11 there. And it is still, like I said, Evan Holt. But it is down to 4.2 seconds. So Tharp, in about half a lap, has brought it down about a second and a half here over Evan Holt. See how much longer you can hold on to that lead with a charging Braden Tharp here. Wyatt Grant in P3 still. Cash Woods obviously still charging. Milchek is closing in though. See what he can do. But Cash Woods, the fastest won last lap with a 2:19.1, and the second fastest was Holt with a 2:19.8 as Wilczek makes a small mistake, goes over the rut. So Cash Woods on the move, trying to catch up to Wyatt Grant, and they're all within a fall off of Evan Holt. So one fall off crash from either of the leaders, and these guys are immediately in that race for the win. So let's see what can happen here. As I'm looking at live timing, looks like Sullivan did get around Dylan Dallaire, who had a small fall-off crash, and allowed also Stevenson by on that next FXR game time. Husqvarna. Oh, Zollers. Ooh, over. Almost double whips there and goes down, which is going to allow Stevenson and Sullivan by. Well, Sullivan keep making small mistakes there, unfortunately. So I don't think he was able to get by Zollers. Now Zollers did get up in front of him and allowed Stevenson and Dallaire back by him. So going back at the front, and Holt actually goes down. So Tharp right back to the lead here. See if he could hold on now. Right, a real wide bike. He does have the pace advantage over Holt, and it looks like Holt overshot the rut, and he ends up going down on the backside of a rut there. Allows Wyatt Grant and Cash Woods by, and allows Wilczek to be right behind him as he's trying to get going. Oh, he almost touches, almost gets front end locked from that. Ooh, super close, almost a mistake. Let's see if Wilczek can make a run as he tosses it over that sky shot wannabe jump. Down to that third rut. Down to the outside, just kind of following each other here. See what Wilczek can do. Stay on board here with him. Oh, launches down the inside, kind of launches that first table, scrubs the second one, and scrubs the third one. So close to that bar there for the finish pole. This is, oh, Holt make another mistake and allows Wilczek by. It is just unraveling for him right here. Battling up front for the win for about 24 minutes of this moto, and then making just costly mistakes late here. Might be the road, might be the setup. Don't really know for sure here. Oh, man. I'm not ready for the rest of the night. My voice is already disappearing. I can feel it. But Tharp still leading. Having to dodge those bumps there, sending A huge whip over there with Grant P2. See what he does here. Oh, kind of gets a little kicker there early. Cashwood's P3 now. We'll check P4. See what Cashwoods can do. See if he can mount a charge here. See if he holds on. Wyatt Grant, small mistakes here and there. But so has a small little gap over Cashwoods. Both of them able to miss that kicker, whatever that kicker was that Nerona has. Seems like all these other guys are able to avoid here and there. So they also hit this inside. Ooh, Cashwoods hits those braking bumps at an awkward angle. Ended up getting kicked over that first rut. And then hits that one at an awkward angle. Looks like the front suspension kind of rebounded weird on him. Sends him a little off sideways. Ooh, and who was that? Oh, that was Wyatt Grant off to the side. So that allows Cashwoods by, and it looks like Evan Holt into P3 there. Wyatt Grant getting going right ahead of Ben Nerona here. Ooh, Ben Nerona, a little kick sideways. Able to go through those top blocks fairly easily with a little small kick. But we'll check now right behind him trying to hunt these guys down after I think he had a small mistake because I thought he was ahead of Nerona here. See if he could hold on. Down the inside goes Nerona and he switches back up. Oh, and he takes the front end of Grant. Neither of them go down, but he gets a small little Pavoso crash there is what that kind of looked like. But now Wilczek looks like he is on the charge. Trying to catch up to Mr. Ben Nerona here. But we got Evan Holt in front of him, that P3, Cashwood P2, Braden Tharp P1 here. Got about 5 minutes left. Let's do a little quick rundown of the top 20 here. We got Braden Tharp from District Designs leading. Cashwoods also from District Designs. District Designs 1, 2, 3 it looked like. And Max Wilczek making a pass on Nerona down the inside. And then impact. Oh my god, I don't know how he saved that. Ooh, barely clipping. Like, I don't know what happened. He rode a nose wheelie for forever. And was able to stop himself from going over the bar. So Nerona able to get back by on that design. So it's top 4 is all District Designs right now. And then it is Max Wilczek P5 on Impact. Wyatt Grant on Twizy TSCZ in that P6 spot. P7 Dylan Dallaire. Oh my god, Grant almost going end over end. Is able to hold on to it. Dylan Dallaire in P7 on Covenant. Hayden Stevenson P9 on Nexus. Luke Sullivan P10 on GIBRCO, or P9, sorry. Jackson Vick P10 on Carlos.crew. Kopke in P11. Zollers P12, Ortiz P13, Logan Lightslow repping it for Jerry Robin out here in P14, Caden Speck in P15, thank you, Atlas Zor. And then P16, Jack Mark. 17, Padani. Padani having a horrible race. Even forgot he was racing this class for how much time he spent all the way down in the back. And then Roper down here in film place. I think Adam Holm is P20. Nope. Chelsea P20, 19 for Holm, 18 for Roper. So 17 for that. And it looks like Cashwoods made the move. Looks like it might have been a small mistake for Braden Tharp. Have to see his lap time whenever he comes around. But Cashwood is leading right now over Braden Tharp. And then Evan Holt still in P3. So we're going to have to watch that. Oh, a little small mistake there for Braden Tharp. Going to have to watch his lap time when he comes over the finish here. See if it was indeed a crash. I believe it was because he is 5 seconds down now. Let's look for this lap time. It was, yeah, a 2:38.0. So it must have been 2 fall-off crashes for Braden Tharp here to lose the lead. So Cashwood's leading. Braden Tharp in that P2 spot. Evan Holt in P3. It looks like there is about 3-4 laps to go maybe. On how close they are. It is 28 and 40 seconds right now. Gotta wait and see whenever they cross the line, but Cashwoods holding on strong. Been in lead multiple times along with Evan Holt. Both of them been up here pretty much the whole moto. Tharp had to work through some people early on in this moto. Was able to battle up front early as he was in the Supercross season this year. Up in P2, Holt P3, Wilczek P4, Nerona in that P5 spot. Solid ride for Nerona after a rocky back end of the Supercross season. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you, thank you. All right, time to see if Cash Woods can hold on for that 30 seconds and 2 laps left. So I believe he's, ooh, little small mistake, just barely misses the tough block. That could have been disastrous for his race here. Might allow Tharp by, but Tharp able to close in because of that small mistake. See if he can mount up a charge like he did early on. Have to watch this front battle here between Tharp, Woods, and Holt here. Going all the way around the outside, trying to get as much momentum he can on these 250s. Oh, and down goes Tharp, misses the inside rut, gets the legs off, so that allows Holt into that P spot. See if Wilczek can get by him for P3. He has to overjump the rut, a little front end lock for Braden Tharp. So Wilczek is able to get by into that P3 spot, Holt in P2. Yep, English hard. District Designs P1 and 2, Impact P3, and District Designs 3 or 4 and 5 now. And then Wyatt Grant still in that P6 with Stevenson actually working his way up to P7. Solid ride for Stevenson. Thought he was back there a little early on in this moto and is able to work his way up. All right. Let's see what these boys, you see how many people, it looks like they did cross the line after time expired, so there is 2 laps to go now. See who could hold on and who can crack, who is going to crack under pressure here. Holt making a couple mistakes early on in this moto, same with Cash Woods. All these guys make a couple mistakes. It is hard to keep it on 2 wheels for these full 30 minutes plus 2 laps. Ooh, looks like a small mistake from Holt. Overshoots the rut, barely misses it. Oh, and he crosses over, and it looks like he takes down Tharp with the minor mistake of Evan Holt. Tharp going down, that has to be so frustrating for him because there was nowhere he could go. He tried to avoid it as much as he could, and just nothing he could do about that one. So down he goes. It allows Nerona by, but Tharp, they had such a big lead that he's able to pull together for a P5. Oh, who is that down? That is Ben Nerona. After just getting by, his teammate goes down. See if Stevenson can actually make a pass here on Grant. He can't. They're kind of side by side up here. See if Stevenson, he gets the run. He's on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side is Grant. See if they toss it. Doolies over this tabletop. He cases for Grant, and Stevenson able to get back by. Delaire has a small gap to these guys. So Stevenson now moving up to that P6 spot, hunting down P5 after a semi-bad start for him. And Tharp trying to catch on as he is off track once again. The small mistakes keep piling up for Braden Tharp, so he's going to finish that P4, it looks like, unless there's some mistakes up ahead of Holt, Wilczek, or Woods. Woods has a 10-second gap over Wilczek now, so he just has to bring it on home and still run some decently laps that he's been running. Wilczek having a fight, though, with Evan Holt. Actually, no, that is a lapper. First time I think I've seen a lapper, 276. Couldn't tell you who that is, I'm going to be honest with you. Oh my God. Hey, I guess he did that on purpose, but man, I think I haven't watched him go over that jump, so I thought it was a complete accident. Almost goes down. Evan Holt still P3. See if Tharp, he is mounting a charge. Might have been a small mistake from Evan Holt, so Tharp trying to make some passes and jumping off to the right. There might be some cuts there. Tharp just getting antsy here, jumping off the side of the track. He has to hold it together here. You know that old saying, you can't win it on the first round, but you could definitely lose it, especially in these first motos. Even a top 5 with this 250 class is still a good result, still gives you a good chance at the overall in that Moto 2, as it is white flag now. Let's see if Cash Woods can hold on to it over Max Wilczek, as he has a fairly good gap. It is come down just a tiny bit, though. It is down to 8.3 seconds. Looks like someone just disconnects out of the way there, but Wilczek still P2. Evan Holt wheeling his way through the rollers in P3 with Tharp trying to catch up to him. Tharp still hitting that far inside line there after the rollers, but he is right on the back of Evan Holt. Both hitting different lines. Holt all the way outside, Tharp all the way inside. If you hit that inside good, it is really fast, but the outside is always going to be fast no matter how hard or how soft you hit it. Oh! Small kicker from Tharp there. He's able to corral it and hold it down to not get a legs off here. See if he can make a move here on the final lap. Got to account for cuts too. Oh, and down he goes. Evan Holt gets legs. Somehow Tharp does not, runs right into him. Is that allowed? It is Stevenson now. See if he can move in. That's going to be a lot of cuts for Holtz probably. He jumps back on track, but Stevenson now in that P4 spot. Or actually, sorry, it is Evan Holt, P4, P5 for Stevenson. But he is on the move, and he might get him off cuts from that off track right there. Nerona, P6. See what can happen here. As we missed it, looks like Cash Woods did make a mistake, so Wilczek is up into the lead on the final lap with a couple turns to go. See if he could hold on to it. Completely missed it. We were watching the back battles. Ooh, another small mistake for Woods, so Wilczek has to bring it home here. There is a lapper in front of him. See if he could avoid the lapper and hold on for the first moto win of the season. Cash Woods has to hold it there. Tharp still in P3, so it's good news for him on the overall here. Heading into Moto 2. Around the outside goes Wilczek. He is right behind the lapper. See if he can hold on here. Doesn't get a kicker. See where the lapper goes. Lapper staying away from his line. Wilczek is able to get it over these couple doubles. And for the first moto win of the season, it is going to go to Max Wilczek at Paula. Able to hold on. It is Cash Woods in P2. And then Tharp coming around, bring it in for the final podium spot in that P3 spot. After those mistakes, it is a good bounce back to still hold on to a P3. Evan Holt, P4. Stevenson with Nerona right behind him. That's going to be good off of cuts right there. And then Nerona, P6. Wyatt Grant looks like he's going to get a solid P7 here for the first moto of the season. Dylan Dallaire going to get P8, it looks like, as Grant does end up crossing that finish line. P8 for Dylan Dallaire. See if he could hold on here. He does. And then Luke Sullivan coming in for that P9 spot. Kopke for P10. Looks like Jackson Vick is going to get a solid P11 here. Looks like he came on strong at the end of the Supercross season, so that's a solid P11. Obviously, probably he wanted more, but still a good result. And then Logan Leitzel not hopping on till late in the day, getting a P12 spot here on that number 3. Caden Speck, P13. Looks like Callan Blar is going to get P14 after battling up front early. And then P15 is going to be Jack Martin with Chelsea right behind him. See if he could get him to the line. It's going to be a drag race. See if he can get it done. And he does not get it done. So it is Jack Mark, P15. P16 for Chelsea. Padani, P17. That is a big shocker of the season. Is Padani having a horrible start. I think it's on dead last off the start. And coming up to P17, still a good charge, but a horrible result for him. Looks like Kiam Ortiz is going to be P18, Ben Kafa, P19, and P20 is going to be Adam Holm with Race Cobble, P21 with a DC instantly. So that was a crazy first moto of the season. A bunch of lead changes, a bunch of fast guys. I think there was maybe about 8 different lead changes, 8 different guys leading at one point. Yeah, all the aliens moved up. But even then, there's still some aliens that are pretty fast in this class, but just not consistent. So a crazy, crazy first moto of the season. Still waiting on cuts, but man, that was a good first moto. Ooh. Man, my voice is gone. Chat answered any questions or anything. Whew. And cuts are in. It looks like everything pretty much stays the same for the top 5. Stevenson does get close. It's only 1/10 off of that P4 spot. But everything stays the same, so it is Wilczek with the win, Cash Woods P2, Braden Tharp P3, Evan Holt P4, and then Stevenson with the P5, Nerona P6, Wyatt Grant P7, Dylan Dallaire P8, P9 Luke Sullivan, and P10 Caden Kopke. All right. Who? Now into the 450 class. We got Alec Horn, Reno Brennan, Joseph Pilsner, John Heilman, Sonny Spicer, Jeremy Siebold, Hunter Ash, J.R. Reyes, Blake O'Brien, Brandon Cocroft, Seth Shirley, Jet Wisdom, Taylor Bell, Brandon Larson, Pablo Vial, Ethan Gers, Chase Blakely, Payson Johnson is out here, Cooper Hunt, Xander Brion, Caleb Paul, Reed Young, Jay-Z, Frank Jackson, Bryce Whelan, Trevor Burns, Cade Madley, Devin Ryan, Damon Evans, Anthony Pachon, Kyle Boardman, Dylan Bollinger, Devin Diaz, T. Lang, Leclerc, Turley, Carr, Bear, and then Noah Bindis. No. That. I guess. I'm going to try to hold it down as much as I can on my own. Well, yeah, the one Supercross round he showed up for, he won the heat race and then ditched it. Ditched the main, didn't even show up at Salt Lake City. I think he ran more, but yeah, Salt Lake City. Won the main and then said, nah, good. This is lineup check still. Open my swoop way. Try to get a bite or two in before this main. Up, moto. I thought the guy's English hard. Who the fuck chose to make English so goddamn hard? Like fucking spelling, dude? My spelling is god-awful and I grew up in America my whole damn life. Oh yeah, Cade's fucking... Damn it, man. I don't even get to eat my Subway. Alright, well. Own it together. What's y'all? Alrighty. Pablo Vial on the far inside on the Coven machine. See what he could do off the start here. See what is going to happen. Gate is down for the first moto of the outdoor season. Looks like Leclerc has a decent jump there. Looks like he might be the first one to the corner. It is Leclerc. Kind of cuts the bails a little bit, but it is Leclerc with the whole shot. The outdoors demon, the fast Frenchman, is able to get a good start and try to pull away. Got Bryce Whelan behind him. Ooh, kind of cross jumps in with Cade Matherly in there with Brandon Cocroft. Cade Matherly goes down with Cocroft. They kind of collide at the end. Not how you want to see your 250 East Championship start his 450 career. But it is still Leclerc, Whelan, Cocroft, Trevor Burns going over the berm. And then we have Shirley up here early as well. So let me start that over. Cocroft third, J.R. Reyes fourth, Frank Jackson fifth, Siebold. A bunch of people. Siebold in a position. Sixth. Yep, there we go. Vial seventh, Horn eighth, and then Payson Johnson's in P9. So that is a kind of okay start for Payson Johnson here. The number one machine, the champion from last year, as Alec Horn goes over the berm. Come on, Alec. Get it together. All right, but still clearly trying to distance himself from the pack, from all the carnage there early. Kind of misses a rut there. Seeing if he could hold on. Looks like it's, for the most part, mostly the same lines as the 250s, maybe a few more insides, but Whelan and Cocroft and Jackson battling for that P2 spot. And then we got Siebold right behind him on the District Designs. Oh, small mistake from Cocroft. It allows Jackson to get down the inside. They're side by side going over this jump. A little bit of dualies going on there. Ooh, as they're taking the same line. Everyone going to that third right. But it looks like Whelan up there is taking that far inside. Leclerc on the far outside. Whelan trying to get a little bit of a run. Leclerc going more insides here. Oh, Whelan kind of missed the rut there. Overshot it. And then it's going to be Alexis Leclerc leading the first lap of the 450 motos of the year, with Whelan right behind him. Two old guys out front. Brandon Cocroft able to get by Whelan after he misses a rut. And it looks like, what's his face? Jackson is trying to get by two around the outside, see if he can hold it together. He's going to go inside, try to make a move on Cocroft, is able to get it done. Cocroft holding up. Ooh, who was that? That was Whelan. Siebold kind of get a little bit of front end lock. It allows J.R. Reyes to get by him. So Siebold P6. Ooh, looks like a little bit of nudge. Payson getting collected with Hunter Ash. Ooh. But Payson stays up here with Spencer Turley right behind him. What's up, my dudes out there on the number 55 machine? with Xander Brion, Pilsner from the LCQ, and John Heilman right behind him in that P11 spot. So back up front, it is still obviously Leclerc has a decent-sized gap now to Frank Jackson. And it's Cocroft and Whelan battling for that P3 spot, with J.R. Reyes in P5 getting passed by Jeremy Seabolt. Jeremy Seabolt put on a late charge in the season. Ooh, a little bit of a cross jump there from J.R. Reyes. Seabolt able to hold it together. Oh, what is that line? That is a triple. Ooh, oh my God, 450 guys, out of their minds. Alrighty then. Looks like we are hitting the lines today. Alright, but Payson makes his way up to P6 right behind Seabolt, trying to get up to the front early to battle Leclerc for the first moto win. Alrighty, let's see how these guys go. See how Payson works through the pack here. Oh, a little mistake there. Actually goes a little high on the right. Has to check up on that number 1 for Connect Visuals. They're all taken far inside there. So JRS still holding on to over Xander Brion and Spencer Turley. Ooh, almost come together. Xander Brion told JRS to get out of my way. Either you pull over or I am hitting you, and he pulled over. So holding on to it is Xander Brion in that P7 spot with JRS behind him. Payson Johnson still in front of him, trying to make a pass on Seabolt. Seabolt kind of cuts over. So Johnson takes the far outside, is able to get it done, gets a drive. Seabolt trying to make a comeback at him. And then Seabolt just having to settle and let Johnson stay in front of him because it is all that far inside line. I don't think any other line is really viable for that. Ooh, a little squirrely into that rut for Johnson. Kind of slides the front end out, so Seabolt gets a run. Can he hold it around the outside? He takes the line away, and then he overshoots a rut and ends up falling down. So it gives Payson the spot as he tries to work on Crowcroft, who's making some small mistakes, either overshooting the rut or couldn't decide, and that is Bryce Whelan down. Oh, you see that power slide there coming from what's his nuts, Payson Johnson. See if Cocroft can hold these guys off now. And same with Whelan, trying to hold off Payson Johnson. Jackson P2. Leclerc obviously still leading out front. Guy's just an outdoor god. Has 5 outdoor titles now. And it looks like Payson goes down the inside, is able to get the pass on Whelan. They're side by side. Oh, what a scrub, but he sends it real far. Whelan gets the power to ground early, just concedes the position. So Johnson able to hold the line, and he does the big boy line and gets by. That was Brandon Cocroft. So Johnson making quick work of these guys in the top 5, trying to hurry up and work his way up to Alexis Leclerc to try to put a fight to him before Leclerc runs away with it. So now he has Frank Jackson to work on, and then he can get to Leclerc. Leclerc, fastest lap with a 17.5, but it's obviously still the first lap, and he didn't have much traffic to work with. So it is Leclerc P1, Jackson P2, Johnson P3, Cocroft P4, Whelan P5 as he overshoots the rut and gets the legs off. So Brion's probably going to get by with Seabolt. Maybe Pilsner is not going to make it. Pilsner out of the LCQ up here in P8. Good showing from him. All kind of the same here. These guys you see up on the scroll bar, looks like Cade Matherly having more trouble. He's down in 33rd after a good start. So that is not good for your 250 East champion. Leclerc still leading with Jackson, Johnson, Cocroft, Brion, Seabolt, Whelan, Pilsner with Heilman. Ooh. Kellen decided to retire from the game because it's always been a, I don't know, like you said, a passion project for him. And he kind of lost that passion due to some things that happened with the rules and RF apparently, or some other stuff in the industry. Not industry, but in the game. So, I don't know, he lost that, and he's not making enough money on it to support his family now that he's got 2 kids. So, that was the main reason. But if it feels like he's missing it, he might come back, but we will see. Don't quote me on that, as I cannot speak for him, but Bendis is able to get by Pilsner, and Pilsner also gets lets Heilman by him as well. See if Castellaneta can get by him on that 22 fills machine. I think it's 22. Yes. Don't know if he can get it done, but he's keeping keeping Pilsner honest here. But Bindis leading the small little train, and then next up is Whelan. And it looks like Siebold is right on the back of Xander Brion here, trying to make the pass into that P5 spot. You're going to get a lot of English mistakes here from me, all right? Just going to have to deal with it, unfortunately. All right. Brion still leading over Siebold, not leading. Leading this little group over Siebold and Whelan. And Bindis is able... Actually, where is... I thought I might have missed someone. I thought Brion was in this. Nope, he got by Siebold. Never mind. I don't know, my brain is fried, I guess. But let's go back in front. It is still Leclerc. It was Johnson with the fastest. Hold on, we'll see how it is this lap. But last lap, Johnson was 2 seconds quicker than anyone else. We'll see how it is now. All right, 16.5 from Leclerc. Johnson, 17.5. Or not Johnson. Okay. Frank Jackson ran a 17.5, and then Payson Johnson ran a 15.3. So he is a second and a half quicker than anyone else on the track. For Payson Johnson, let's watch a lap on this guy. Let's see how he's riding around this track here. Looks like he's hitting the same lines as everyone else. He's just hitting it a lot harder and a lot faster. Ooh, small mistake from Jackson, and he clips him and goes down. They both get legs. So Jackson did not get a run, and then Johnson hits him, and they both stay up in P2 and P3. That's how big of a gap they had over everyone else. So, but Johnson is able to get by Frank Jackson into P2. So Jackson P3, Crowcroft P4, Siebold P5, Whelan P6, Bindis P7, and then Brion actually had a small mistake of his own. Yeah, that is crazy from Mr. Payson Johnson, you absolute alien of a human. But now he has to work on catching up to Alexis Leclerc. It is now a 10-second gap, so Leclerc might have had a small mistake there. And unfortunately, that sucks. Sorry if you guys can hear my dog barking in the background. Nah, it doesn't seem like it's picking up on the mic. All right. But, yeah, Leclerc's still leading with Johnson P2, Frank Jackson P3, Cocroft P4 with Siebold P5 right behind him, Bindis P6, 7 for Brion with Carr and Heilman right behind him. And finally get our first look at Seth Carr, who is always fast at the beginning, or not the beginning, during Supercross, but just could not always keep it together. He's able to make a pass to Castellaneta. Ooh, somebody goes down in the background. That was Bryce Whelan, who was up front early. And then who was that down? That is Xander Brion down up front. Not up front, right there. And, oh, Payson Johnson actually went down. He fell down to P5. So this is a common mistake that we find a lot with all these guys that put in the hot laps. They can always go super fast, but they can always make a lot of mistakes by trying to keep that pace for the whole 30 minutes. So down to P5 for Payson Johnson, so it allows Frank Jackson into P2, Cocroft P3, and Siebold P4. And now Leclerc has a 12-second lead over the entire field. And Siebold goes down on that inside. Payson doesn't see him and gets caught up on him. Tries to hop over. All right, well, I guess that works. Just kind of bunny hops over him, which is a real scary way to get over it, because it can catch your bike a lot on this game, and it can possibly crash the other guy's game. So that is a scary thing to have on both sides. But that'll lose Johnson up to P4. They ain't even top 15, and they're all right next to it. Oh my God, let me find that battle. Oh, Turley and Pilsner. God damn. Settle down, you two. Jesus. Oh, there is Cade finally. Oh my God, is that Whelan? That was Whelan, wasn't it? Yep. And Vial right behind Cade now. And then there is Lang, a former champion of this class. That's why he has the number 5. Cooper Hunt also up here, the outdoors merchant. Trevor Burns, there's Bryce Whelan, Devin Ryan, Clayton Hall, Darius Sescherly in this gaggle of riders. Oh my God, that is so many people. It had Boardman, Wisdom, Caleb Hall, Hunter Ash, Reed Young, Chase Blakely, B. Lars, and then Shirley as well with Easton Gerst and Austin Bear right behind him. And this is for P20. This train leads up all the way to P20. That was Jet Wisdom down on the outside there. So this whole train leads up to P20 now, which is, I think, Kyle Boardman. Crazy to see all those fast guys out in the back. I got as many skins as I could. I downloaded all the skins that were on the forums. Obviously, certain people want to, send them to me. Like, I tried downloading just designs, but if you click that link, it's just a haha funny meme moment, you get rickrolled. So we'll see if they see the stream and send it. I don't know. Probably some of the guys, I think Tharp watches every now and then. So we can see if they can send the skins by. But yeah, I'll try to get as many as I can next week. But we'll just have to wait and see on who posts it. Alright, but it's still Leclerc leading with Frank Jackson P2. It is still a 12-second gap. It looks a lot bigger than a 12-second gap, but it is what it is. With Cocroft P3, Johnson P4, Siebold still P5. Johnson ran a 2:24.6, so he had another small mistake. Same with Siebold with a 28.8. Seth Carr running a 16.4 last lap, who's right behind these guys. Bindis 22.7. Castellaneta 18.5. Trying to go around the outside of Bindis. Can he switch back to the inside? Gets it kind of done. Bindis going real slow, kind of holding up Castellaneta. Here's Heilman as well, Brion. And then here is finally Cade. All the way down in well, not down. He was down in 37th, I think, early on in this moto. So all the way up to P11 for Cade Matherly, with Spencer Turley right behind him and Tyler Lang. We got Joseph Pilsner battling with Pablo Vial and Trevor Burns, along with Cooper Hunt. Ooh, small mistake there from Joseph Pilsner. So Vial able to get by pretty easily. But Brion right in front of Cade Matherly. Matherly has a good chance of getting that top 10 here. As we move back up through the pack, trying to look for some battles here. But it is still Leclerc with a decent-sized gap. Up front, Frank Jackson in a P2 spot is laying on a two-smoker. Let me check. No, he's just riding the Honda model. What he's riding. I don't think anyone's riding the two-stroke out here. He's the only one on the Honda model, I'm pretty sure. I mean, if I go back far enough, we could double check that for you. Yeah. There's still some fast guys all the way back here. Oh, D. Davis. There you go. Oh, Devin Davis is the last one on the lap. I don't think anybody's quit yet. Yeah, nobody's quit yet. Hey, that's a feat. Nobody's quit yet, and we are over halfway into this, but I guess we might as well do a top 20 rundown. That's what it's called. Subscriber 3. So it is Alexis Leclerc in P1, Frank Jackson P2, Brandon Kilcroft in that P3 spot, Seth Carr in P4, Jeremy Siebold in P5 with Payson Johnson now down to P6, Noah Bindis P7 battling with Castellaneta, who's in P8, P9 for John Heilman, Xander Brion in P10, Tyler Lang P11, P12 for Turley, P13 for Hunt, P14 for Cade Matherly, P15 for Pablo Vial, P16 for Bryce Whelan, 17 for Pilsner, 18 for Trevor Burns, 19th for Ethan Gerst, and P20 is Kyle Boardman on that EVP machine with Seth Shirley right behind him, actually. Seth Shirley does have one outdoor season on the 450 under his belt, but it does not look like it's helped much as he's still stuck in the back here. Let's see how far he can work his way up in the next about 12 minutes plus 2 laps. As we go all the way back up to the front, it is still Leclerc leading. It's Frank Jackson 12 seconds back and Brandon Cocroft 20 seconds back with Seth Carr right behind him and Payson Johnson. The two, I guess you would consider aliens, as they both run God times for absolutely no reason. I know, right? Not to shit on the Jay-Z guys, but I don't know. I saw they didn't have overlays made, and I already had mine made, so I said, you know, fuck it, we'll start it late. And yeah, we'll try to go as long as we can. We'll see. Hopefully Kellen decides to come back if he's missing it enough, but if not, I totally understand it. Yeah, no problem, Dominic. Well, let's see if Seth Carr can make a pass. I don't know. I'm trying to read a Discord message in the RF chat for some reason, but Cocroft P3. Let's see if Carr can make the pass, as I was saying. Absolutely sends the finish line there. That happens, and then Payson's right behind him. Down the inside goes Seth Carr. See if he can get a drive here. He kind of has a little bit of a run, but Cocroft closes the door on him. Allows Payson to close up to him. Let's get a ride on with Payson here. See his point of view of this battle. I think he's third person though, so he semi-view of this battle. Watching you see the erode for him. Payson going to the opposite lines of these guys. See if he can get a run here. No, he checks up a little bit to almost triple all the way over the top of it, and he scrubs by him. I think it's Dooley's here. Down the inside he goes of Seth Carr. They are side by side up this, or down the hill. Inside goes Seth Carr. That is a fast line if you hit it good enough. Oh my God, Johnson just absolutely tossing it dirty by Seth Carr. Oh, gets a little kicker and he goes down. Doesn't get legs though. What an amazing scrub, and then he just absolutely throws it away. But that is typical for these fast guys, or these aliens. Like we said, if they can hold it together, they are going to win a bunch of races, possible undefeated. But if they just can't, by running that pace, something with the suspension just can't keep up with it. Really game, something like that. But Carr trying to make it work around the outside. Oh, Devin Davis stuck in the rut lapper. Obviously didn't do it on purpose, so no shame on him. But Seth Carr able to dive down the inside and get a pass done on Brandon Cocroft, as it looks like Payson makes even more mistakes, and he disconnects. Well, that'll do it. That'll do it. Well, so much for the defending champ. He gave up. Gave up 20 minutes in. Don't know what happened to make him do that, but yeah, he gave up 20 minutes into the main, or moto. Who is it? Oh, that might be someone. Yeah. Well, that was a fun run for Payson Johnson. Yeah, me neither. But it is Leclerc. It was down to only 10 seconds. He ran a 27.2 last lap. So Leclerc finally has some mistakes. Yeah, definitely typical Payson things. But I mean, like you said, I can't say I'm surprised for it, but I don't know. We'll see if he shows up Moto 2 or not. But Leclerc still leading. With Frank Jackson in that P2 spot. Seth Carr, P3. That is a lapper in between them. One of the guys who ran 0, as many of them have been doing tonight. And then Cocroft in that P4 spot with Seabolt, P5. Castellaneta, P6, battling with Devin Davis, who is a lapper. So, not for position. And then Bendis battling with John Heilman for that P7 spot. Get him, and it is Cade Madley in that P9, Tyler Lang P10. What happened to Kellen? He decided to step away from it because it was a passion project for him, and he kind of lost the love for it because of some issues with the game or people running it, something like that, and it wasn't making enough money for him to do it, even if he hated it. So that's why he kind of left. Yeah. I don't know. Didn't make him enough money whenever, you know, he has 2 kids to support in a family, so. I'm probably going to have to explain it a lot, but I don't really mind. Alright, ooh. Seth Carr right on the back of Frank Jackson. See if he can get it done here. Pulling in there. There's about 7 minutes left, so Only a handful of laps to try and get this pass on as he goes down the inside here. The inside's still kind of slow, even for these 450 guys who have some power. Or maybe about even. Not too sure here, but we'll see just what he can do. He still has a good chance. He is running that lap. He ran at 2.5 seconds quicker than Leclerc. Oh, trying a different line here and gets it done. Wow. Different lines here. Nice, nice. You'll love to see it. For Seth Carr. See if he could stay alive, though. Frank Jackson not making it easy for him, though. Still trying to keep it close, trying to put some pressure on him, see if he can make that mistake that he is kind of known for doing in Supercross. But we'll see if he can hold it together for outdoors. Yeah, he has a good chance of getting Leclerc if he stays on 2. But also, Leclerc might be conserving because Leclerc's fastest lap is a 16.7, and he is running consistent 220s right now. So you never know, he could just be trying to take it easy and not wreck. Whereas Carr is trying to go balls to the walls and try to catch him. We'll see how it plays out for the rest of this moto with the about 6 minutes and 2 laps to go. Leclerc still has a big gap. It is 8 seconds. So there's that. Frank Jackson P3. Seabolt is actually up to P4 past Brandon Cockcroft. Looks like he had a mistake because he ran a 32 flat last lap. And then Cade up to P6 with Tyler Lang behind him. P7 ahead of Castellaneta. Ooh. A little sketchy there. Not always the best. Land sideways as Cade gets the triple up onto that table. See if he could put a charge on here towards Cockcroft. As Seabolt get by another lapper. Now Seabolt is 15 seconds down from Frank Jackson, so unless there's a crash from Jackson, I don't see it happening a podium for Seabolt. But who knows? Who knows? What I would love to do as do interviews for overall winners. But it is also damn near midnight for most of these guys, so we'll see. Plus, I don't know if Leclerc speaks. Oh my god, hold on to it, Seabolt. I don't know if Leclerc speaks amazing English. I think he understands it, but I don't know if he speaks it. Oh my god, oh Jesus, Seabolt. I'm done looking at you, my guy. God damn. Like, oh my god. Hold it together. Okay, trying to make a pass on Cockcroft. Then we got Castellaneta here ahead of T-Lang. T-Lang must have made a mistake. And he's behind. Oh my god, Lang! Hits a small little kicker. Well, I don't know if it was too small because he got kicked really hard. But goes into the next jump and allows, I think, 3 people by. Maybe even 4. Maybe Vial? No. But it allows Brion, Heilman, and Bendis by. I think Castellaneta was ahead of him. Yeah. So he falls down to P11, and then Vial in P. Who was that? That was Heilman. Heilman goes down, so Lang up to P10, Vial P11, Heilman down to P12, and Shirley is up to P13 now. So Matherly, Lang, and Shirley all down damn near P last early on in this moto. I mean, Shirley was down like 25th just 10 minutes ago. And he's all the way up to P13. So these guys are on the move here. Ooh, a little battle here from Vial and Brion. Lang right in front of him, trying to catch Bendis. And then Castellaneta has a bit of a gap to Cockcroft. And then Matherly up to P5 now. So he is really on the move. I don't know if he's going to get the hard charger because he was up front early. But Seabolt's still not too far ahead of him. He still has a good chance of getting this. And actually, while we were looking back, Carr went down, so he fell down to P3. Looks like that's Caleb Hall he's right next to, but allows Frank Jackson back into P2, only 10 seconds behind Leclerc. But yeah, Carr, like I said, the mistakes can come to bite him. And it looks like he made one. I don't know if he had a full legs. We'll see whenever he crosses the finish line here. We can see his lap time. See how it goes. And crossing the finish line. So Leclerc ran a 21.2, Jackson a 21.0, and then Seth Carr ran a 24.8. So I don't think it might have been a fall off. Could have just been a tiny little tip over, but yeah. Still, with the tip over or legs, only 3 seconds slower than Leclerc. Oh yeah, but I mean Leclerc holding on to it, like he whole shot led start to finish and has a decent gap over everyone. So Leclerc looking like the guy to beat, like he is almost every year for outdoors. Who's that down? Oh, that is a lapper, not Mr. Frank Jackson. There we go. Looks like we got about 3 laps to go, maybe 2, and once they cross the line, it'll be 2 laps. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Leclerc might just barely beat it. But Carr right on the back of Jackson still. See if he can make a pass. I got the hiccups right now. But alright. Down the inside. They're not taking that outside and jumping onto that table, it looks like, very much. So that might have been what caused Carr to go down, so that might be why he's not doing it and going one right inside, but now he's right behind Frank Jackson. Seeing if he takes a different line here. He does, goes the second rut, tries to go around the outside, tries to go inside here. Can he get it done? He does. They're side by side actually down the hill. He's going to go far inside. And he gets it done. Wow, just absolutely rails that inside and kind of gaps Frank Jackson there to get into P2. Oh, gets a little squirrely coming out of the rut though. And then misses that rut. So he might be trying to extend the gap too quickly, and it is costing him small mistakes like that. But then he gains it a little back. His little kicker there early. See how much of a gap he can pull. Maybe if he could chase down Leclerc and make it a close finish here. He's taking alternate lines here, finding new ruts that can make him go just a little bit faster, just a smoother rut. But this one's still hitting that just a little outside rut there. As they're coming on to more lappers, as Leclerc worked his way through him. So now it's Seth Carr's turn to work his way through him as some of them pull over for him. And now he's got Jet Wisdom as the next lapper that he has to pass. See how easy it is to get by him. See if they move over for him. Oh my God, who was that? I'm not going all the way back to check it, but damn. And see if Wisdom pulls over, if he's just going to stay in the rut right in front of him. And he goes far outside. Does he check up? Yeah, he checks up for him. There we go. So making it, Lapper's making it pretty easy for him to work his way on up. So let's see if he can mount a charge. I don't know if there's any lappers in between them, but we'll see if he can mount a charge up to Leclerc. He was 2 seconds quicker last lap. So I don't know if he can make it just running that time. He might have to go down to his 2:17s if he wants to make it back up to him. All right. Nice. As Cade Matherly actually ran a 17.8 as the fastest person last lap. So Matherly on the move, trying to make a push towards Seabolt. As actually, while that is happening, let's go back to him. Oh, never mind. He went down. He was within a second of Seabolt, but then he goes down. So it goes back out 10 seconds. And it is maybe I was looking at the wrong times. Oh my God. Who died? Oh, it was a lapper. Yeah, there were some huge streams. So I don't know what they are. They said it. They say them during the lineup checks. I will let you know what those are, but I can't remember exactly which ones. I think there's one on the finish that you can't do, which I think is that inside roller. You could jump it to the first table. As who is that down in front of him? Might have been Seabolt. No, it's not. It was not. It was Lapper. But yeah, I'll let you know whenever they pop that up again, because it's kind of a pain to scroll back up. I don't know. I think they said a couple others, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. I could read it over. I mean, clearly they didn't ban the one. Oh my God! Hold it together, buddy. A little scary there for Cade there. Little pucker factor. Roller to table after downhill. Huh. I think I might know what you mean for that, but damn, I didn't even know that was possible. But I also don't ride a 450 in this game. Or if I do, I really do. Oh my god, who is that? Is that someone down? No. Yikes. So Leclerc still leading. It looks like we got, after this, we got about a lap and a half left to go. But Leclerc has an 8-second lead over Seth Carr. And then Frank Jackson is 2 seconds behind Seth Carr. And then they got a 20-second gap to Siebold. And then it's about a 7-second gap to Matherly, about a 7-second gap to Cockcroft. And then Castellaneta, it's 52 seconds behind the leader. And then Noah Bendis is a full minute, who is in P8. So they are a full minute ahead of P8 right now. Which is crazy to say. But mainly the big things are if Seth Carr can catch Leclerc late and if Cade Matherly can catch Siebold for P4. Who's going to be the big thing here? That is a lapper right behind Siebold. Thought it might have been Cade. I'm just watching live timing, see if anything changes there or if anything big happens. The one big thing is Lang actually went down, so he's down in P13 right now. Behind Shirley, who's P12. Oh my god. Siebold got stuck in that rut, ended up getting pulled off the track right behind a lapper now. So that helps Cade just a little bit. It brings it down to about 3 seconds. As Leclerc got onto the final lap now. So now it is a wait and see moment. It is still only 7 seconds between Seth Carr and Leclerc. It might be a little close. Never mind. It is, yeah, 7 seconds and then 11 seconds to Jackson and then 35 to Siebold, who has Cade Matherly right behind him coming to the white flag here. Matherly has a shot at the top, has a P4 finish after being buried in the late 30s at the beginning of this moto. Let's see if he can make the pass done on Siebold. Takes the alternate, not the alternate line, but takes a different line. Gets a slingshot, is able to get a drive and make it past Siebold. What a move from Matherly. Just gets the slingshot, moves right back by him, or right by him, and see if he could pull a good get. Oh my god, what a kicker there. Slid out of the rut, got kind of kicked by some braking bumps or acceleration bumps, and still able to keep in front of him after he lost some time going off track because of that, but was able to get back in front. So now he's up to P4. Let's see where Leclerc, it is down to 5 seconds now for between Leclerc and Seth Carr. So that is closing in between the number 6 and the number 7, and a small mistake from Carr that is going to probably bring it back out to 7 seconds as it does. So that kind of seals it, I think. Oh, and some more small mistakes here. Carr. It's Jackson and Cade and Siebold battling now. But I think that is about it for this moto. It looks like Leclerc should have it unless a mistake or a lapper comes into play here in these last couple of corners. See what Carr can do. He's brought it down a second. Oh, Leclerc kind of misses the rut, but it goes to the outside anyways. It's a tiny kicker. It's kind of cruising it in here. And for the first win of the 450 championship at Paula, it is going to go to the fast Frenchman of Alexis Leclerc. With a fastest lap of 2:16, ran a 22.0 last lap. And Seth Carr is going to finish P2 as he makes another small mistake coming into this rhythm. And it is a 24.6 for his lap time, finishing 9 seconds behind Leclerc. And then Frank Jackson finishes P3. It is going to be about 3 seconds behind Carr, so that is about a 12-second gap. Siebold actually gets back by Cade, but the Cade has some mistakes with the lapper or on his own. Siebold is going to hold on. It looks like if he could get past these past couple doubles in that rut there, and he's going to hold on for a P4 finish as Matherly is going to get P5 on the race. Oh, looks like Cocroft making some small mistakes. Castellaneta might be able to close in here. A lot of good battles toward the line here. See what Cocroft can do. He scrubs the first one. Can he land this one good? He does. And he's going to come across the line in P6, P7 for Braden Castellaneta. And then P8 for Noah Bindis. P9, it looks like it's going to go to Seth Shirley here. So a charge from him as well. Both him and Madeley. Alright, so Seth Shirley going to come around and finish P9. Pablo Vial looks like he's going to get that P10 spot after being up front early on in the moto. So there's Vial in P10. P11 looks like Xander Brion is going to get that Lang. Looks like he has P12 as he has a little bit of gap to Kyle Boardman. And as long as he doesn't have too much trouble with that lapper. Was that Heilman? That was Heilman that went down. Don't know if he got punted or what, but Lang going to get that P12 spot. Boardman going to get P13. And then P14 is going to go to John Heilman on that SwapMotoLive.com machine. Oh my God, Chase Blakely and Alec Horn. What happened there? But it is going to be Pilsner for 15. Ooh, see if he holds on to it, actually. Looks like Bryce Whelan has a run. Scrubs harder. Can he get it? He stays lower. Does he get the drive? P16 for Bryce Whelan and P15 for Joseph Pilsner. Close finishes between there. Not Yogi Bear. Austin Bear on Yogi is going to get P17. P18 for Spencer Turley. P19 for Alex Horn. And P20 for Chase Blakely. What a finish at the end here, but it is Leclerc as your winner. It's going to be Seth Carr finishing 11.5 seconds back in P2, Frank Jackson P3, Seabolt P4, Cade P5, Cocroft P6, P7 for Castellaneta, P8 for Bindis, P9 for Shirley, and P10 for Pablo Vial. Oh, what a race. What a race that was. Oh my God. Apparently the server is bad is what I'm hearing in the RF Discord, so that can't be good. Hell yeah. That's cool. Alright, well, while this is happening, while the lineup check is happening, I'm going to try to eat as fast as I can. God, my fucking jaw hurts from talking so goddamn much. Wait, just making sure this is lineup checked. Oh, shit. Time to die. someone load in, please? Alright. Camera started. Let me get one last bite in. Alright. 250. Moto 2 at Paula. Round 1 gate is down. Looks like Logan Leitzel hits the gate. Looks like Tharp is going to get the whole shot here. Complete different opposite start from last race. Oh. And he gets kicked out of the rut and actually hits Max Wilczek, and he goes down. So it's Chelsea in the lead. Early with Stevenson P2, Tharp P3, Zollers P4, battling with Caden Speck and Luke Sullivan, with Padani actually up front early this time, with Jack Mark up here with his correct number. Let's go. Wait, I think he had his correct number. It was Ryan Rick. Never mind. Discard what I said, Jack Mark. All right, but Chelsea, let's see what he can do with an early lead here. See if Stevenson can capitalize. What the fuck is that dirt on those tires? That shit looks like it was covered in mud. Road bike is covered in mud. Oh, I get it. This is a Moto 2 bike. He's acting like his mechanics are dog shit and don't clean it. Alright, as Tharp jumps by him, all that mud on his bike, holding him down. Allows Tharp to get by. Oh, as they're side by side, Stevenson jumps right back by him, looking like A1 out here. Stevenson gets back in front of him, as it is Speck trying to follow in pursuit of Braden Tharp. Trying to hold it down here. With Chelsea still leading. Stevenson in that P2 with Tharp still right behind him. We got Caden Speck in P4. Sullivan P5, Jack Mark P6, Grant P7. Then we have Ortiz and Padani P8 and 9. Ortiz goes off track. Padani trying to make the move now. He gets a run on him. He's able to get the pass done on him. So Ortiz is now in 9th. Keifa P10. Branson or Gummy Worm in P11. Ben Nerona P12. Bullen P13. Vic P14. Snyder. Damn, all the Covenant boys in here. Snyder and Snyder and Zollers. Cashwood buried. That's right. He is here. Moto 1? I think he won. I like I said, my brain forgetty. Oh, who's that down? Nobody down to check, so, you know, we missed him. Cashwoods, he's down in P15. Alright. Cashwoods did get the win. Oh, it was Johnny Padani that was down there in the rut, so Dickerson, Holmes, Zollers, Wilczek gets by, and here is Cashwoods, your Moto 1 winner. Down in P15 with Maverick Snyder right in front of him. See if you can make some quick work of these guys. Try to get to the front again. Try to go 1-1 here. Down the inside, gets the pass done on Snyder, and somebody else was down in the background. See if we get by them. Oh, and Stevenson is down. He's back here with these guys. So let's see who is up front leading right now. It is still Chelsea and then Tharp. Tharp right now looking to take that overall win and the points lead heading into round 2. And we got Sullivan P3, Jack Mark P4 missing a right, going down, getting legs, so it allows Ortiz by, Keifa by, and then who is that? That's Nerona, and then a couple other guys are Branson, Vic, and then Caden Speck along with Wilczek, Snyder, and Cash Woods are all going to get by him. So Cash Woods now up to P12. Just a little bit in, only 4 minutes into this moto, not main. See just how far he could try to salvage some points. Somebody else down, that was 69 to Caden Speck. And then the 97, that was Keifa. I almost got confused with Woods because 79 on Chevron. Let's see if Woods down the inside, trying to make something work of that line. Can't really get a drive out of the corner, but he's able to hold steady. Doesn't lose any time either, so it is Maverick Snyder in front of him. Oh my God, what a send from him as Jackson Vick is down on the right-hand side. Also, Wyatt Grant behind him. I think he got somewhere in the top 5. He might have fallen back late. He was up there for a long time. see. It's Wilczek, Branson, Nerona, Ortiz in front of him, and then Sullivan up to P3. So Cashwood's up to P8 already. Solid little comeback here, but Chelsea still leading over Braden Tharp. I think it's pronounced Chelsea. I'm sorry if it's not. But he's still leading over Braden Tharp on those stock-looking KTMs. Hell yeah. Getting her done. Hey, man, they're getting this brand out of bankruptcy right here. With Sullivan, and then Killian Ortiz in that P4 spot. Benerona P5, Wilczek P6, Branson P7, Snyder P8, Kafa P9, 10th Padani. What happened to Cash Woods? 11th for Dickerson, 12th Holm, 13th for Vic as he goes down with Lucas. Gatlin gets by, White Grant gets by, Dylan Roper gets by. Where is your Moto 1 winner? Still not here. Still don't see him. Still don't see him. Cash Woods all the way back here. He's in P23 after being up to P8 early. Something terrible happened to him. Probably multiple fall-offs. Fall-offs? Man, English is hard. My brain goes before my words. All right, let's see if he can work up now along with... Oh, my God. What happened? Where can I get to him? Can I get to him? There he is. Cash Woods. This has just gone from bad to worse for your Moto 1 winner. Oh, my God. Almost gets taken down again. Not how you want... Oh, my God. It is a minefield. Holy crap. Everyone down up here. Well, that is not the way you want to start your Moto 2 after getting the dub in Moto 1. As we will now go back up to the front because it looks like... yeah, Braden Tharp made a small mistake. Actually went down. So Sullivan and Sully makes a mistake here too. All right, both of them down. Let's go. So Sully holds on to that P2 as Chelsea now has about a 12-second lead over these guys. So he's just trying to check out here, but Sully P2, Tharp P3. We got Ortiz P4. Nerona P5 with Wilczek P6. He's running the correct bike now. You got the 27 bike. Let's go. And then Cody Branson in P7. Gummy Worm. Oh my God. P8 for Maverick Snyder. P9 for Kafa. And P10 for Johnny Padani. Better start. Oh my God, Kafa. Hold on to it. Better start for Padani. Let's see what he can do here with a better start here. Wrong letters. Wrong letters on the keyboard. So Chow's here front with Sullivan P2. Let's go on board with Tharp, see what he can do to work his way around Luke Sullivan here. Quiet and watch at how they shift gears on this track. Ever since we got on him there, he kind of lost a little bit of touch to Sullivan. Then he gained it back after Sully might have made a few mistakes there. Oh, we're up. And then Ortiz is in a battle with Nerona and Wilczek here for that P4 spot. Ooh, Ortiz jumps off the track a little bit, so see if Nerona can go down the inside here. And he misses a rut and goes bar and up. Yep, over the bars. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. And now that's Wilczek by. See if Wilczek can make a move as Cash Woods is down to P25 still. We saw how he could do if he has a good start. Let's see what he could do with a bad one and having to work through the field. And he is now down to P31. Oh, it is over. Same with Evan Holt. Oh my God. That is not what you want to see. And Rasmus Balzer is already disconnected. Let's go. 10 minutes in. Hell yeah. All right, as it is a battle for P2 between Tharp and Sully now. Down the inside goes Tharp. Can't get it done. Sully gets a better run up the hill. Tharp trying to triple up like Johnson. You're on a 250. Settle down there, my guy. Alright, let's see if he can put in a charge. Maybe get a pass done and then try to set his sights on Chelsea, who's up in the lead. Down the inside goes Tharp. They're side by side over this jump. Come on, Tharp. You ruined the dualies. Sully threw it big for you. You bitched out. Alright, now they are side by side again. Sully threw it again and nothing from Tharp. Come on. Come on, throw some flair in there. Oh my god, Sully settled down. Oh my god. See him get a little kick there. And Tharp just bone air, man. Like, he's the new bone air Leclerc right now in this moto. Alright, let's see if he tosses it up here. I'm not tuning off of him until he tosses it. Oh my god. Yeah, we're getting rid of that. Alright, we're on the wheel check. We got by Kellen Ortiz. Give him one more chance. That's a tiny one. Let's see what he does over this sky shot wannabe jump. Come on, Tharp. Come on, Tharp. Oh. Yeah. I mean, it was good. It was good. Alright, yeah. Yeah, it was bigger than these guys, so I give you that. I give you that. Alright, Tharp. See what you can do here. And so it's Chelsea up front all alone. And Sully and Tharp battling for P2. Wilczek and Ortiz battling for P4. Then Nerona and Snyder battling for P6. And we got Roper and Keifa battling for P8. With Wyatt Grant now closing in on him. With Adam Holm right behind him. Let's go away, Tom. Oh, and who died? Dylan Roper. With Padani now up here into P11. So we got Atom, man, the runner-up of the 2018 450 Championship. For Outdoors. Dropping back down here, seeing what he could do. Seeing if he can mix it in with all the young guys. And he's putting in the work. He's P10 right now. And we're 12 minutes into this moto. But Madani right behind him. I don't know. Yeah, J Marta Sim. Wyatt Grant still ahead of him with Keifa as well, as they're battling. Oh, Wyatt Grant trying to go down the inside. He takes the line away, makes him move out of the rut. See if Holm can capitalize on it. Damn. Nice. Alrighty. See what happens here. See if Holm can put the pressure on him. Keeping an eye on this front battle as it's Tharp closing in again on Sully. See what he could do here. Oh, he closes in and Sully makes a mistake, so Tharp is able to get by into the P2 spot. So Sully down into P3. See, Wilczek still P4 over Ortiz. Ortiz misses a rut there. So allows him to gain some time. See if Sully can put some pressure in. Oh my god, Tharp. Keep it on track, bud. I mean, we want the width, but we need it on track. See what Sully can do now that he's on the charge. Oh my god, he railed that. Oh my god, Ty Masterpool look-alike there from fucking the Vegas SMX. Jesus. What? And he just scrumming it. Oh, he's getting saucy in Tharp's face. Showing him who's boss. Letting him know. Tharp almost running to the back of him. Almost gets front knock. So, oh, he tries to rail that one. Does not get it. It feels no more. I didn't see Carter. I did not see Carter. Although, Carter does not race outdoors. He did leave Phil's. Honestly, I have no idea what happened to Phil's. He's supposed to come back to Phil's for outdoors, but then I think that kind of became no more whenever Kellen wasn't here, so. I don't know. As right now, I'm saying no because I don't see it in Phil's. Well, I think I saw a Phil's rider. Can't remember who, but I saw a guy with Phil's in their name, so who's that? Yeah. I don't know. At least I thought I saw Phil's rider, but I could be thinking wrong. And Cash Woods is still in 36th place. Okay, that's not good. Okay, Jay-Z got that on lock. Let's go check on Cash Woods here. He's still moving around, but he is the last person that has not quit the game, with Ryan Rich right in front of him. So, first moto he wins, and second moto he gets basically dead last. I think he was a field rider, yeah. Oh no, while we're zooming through this pack, we might be able to find one. Evan Holt's still back here too. He is P27, which is crazy. Carlos Sacru, there's a Covenant rider of Talons Haulers, Unity, Chaparral, Mr. JR 77 of Logan Mitchell, potent buddy, and Stevenson, Nexus, Cheap Gas, is that? Oh, Adam Hall fell down in 14th Arn. And then Dickerson, Cody Branson, Jack Mark, Padani, Vic, Kafa, Grant, Nerona, Snyder, and then Ortiz is actually down from P5, so it allows Maverick Snyder into that P5 spot. But yeah, no, Phil's riders and 250s, although I don't think they ever really had a 250 rider. They might have, but I'm not too sure. Jay-Z might have been it for Supercross, but I don't know. Well, no, he raced 450s, so I don't know. Who knows? Oh my God. What happened here? Sully and Tharp go down together and allows Wilczek into the P2 spot. Sully's still in P3 with Tharp now in P4. I was going to do a rundown, but it's getting a little crazy up here. So far it's looking like Wilczek and Tharp are the only two guys that are in the top 5 that were in the top 5, I think, last moto. Which is crazy. Or the only two guys in the top 5 that are even in the top 10 this moto. But I think he was top 5, but I'm not super positive on it. I don't know if we had stats guy in this stream, he would know that, but yeah. Oh my God, Sully gets a weird kicker up the hill, so he goes down, allowing Tharp into that P3 spot. So Sully, before does he keep it before Ortiz goes by? So he keeps P5 as Maverick Sider goes by in P4. I think Wilczek was top 5. I don't know. He was up there at one point? Who knows? I know he was up there for most of it, but I don't know if he stayed up there for the finish. But Nerona in P7. Got Grant up in P8. He was up there for early. I don't know if he finished top 5 or not. He might have been just outside of it. He's P8 this moto. Jackson Vic, P9. Kadani in P10 still, so he's not moved up in the past about 5-10 minutes or so. But he's got Jackson Vic right in front of him. Right, I was going to do a rundown. But we got Chelsea still leading from the whole shot. P1, P2 is Max Wilczek, P3 is Braden Tharp, P4 Maverick Snyder, P5 Luke Sullivan, P6 Killian Ortiz, P7 Ben Nerona, P8 Wyatt Grant, P9 Jackson Vic, P10 Johnny Padani, P11 Ben Kafa, P12 Jack Mart, P13 Cody Branson, P14 Adam Holm, followed by P15 of Logan Leitzel, P16 of Stevenson, 17 of Gatlin, 18 of Dickerson, 19 of Thomas Wilcox, and 20th is Andre Feitosa. Heck yeah. We go down. Evan Holt is 23rd, I believe. Yep, 23rd. I think he got top 3 Moto 1. I'm not too sure. But where is our Moto 1 winner of Cash Woods? And he has disconnected. So a 1 DNF to start off round 1 for Cash Woods. Did he like letting his little brother play this round or something? Like, that is crazy that you go from winning the first moto and being kind of consistent up there to just an absolute horrible. It could be the server. I just remember that server is having issues apparently. So there's that. So we'll see. Chelsea still leads. He has a 17-second gap over Tharp. I think Wilcox went down. So yeah, that is 23 seconds to Wilcox as Snyder makes a small mistake. So Sullivan has a chance at P4 here. Oh, as Snyder just overshoots the rut, and Keelan Ortiz is going to get both of them. Just rails that third rut there. And he moves into P4. Sully's still P5. Snyder just falling more places. He is down into P7 as Nerona also gets by. See if Sullivan has anything for Ortiz here. He rails the rut. Follows closely behind him, trying to put on some pressure here. See what he could do. He's following his line still. Still just railing the ruts. Okay, Tharp did run a 2:18 last lap compared to Chelsea's 2:22, but he is still 18 seconds or 17 seconds down. So he's gaining, but it's still a long ways to go with 9 minutes and 2 laps left. So slowly cannot get by Ortiz yet, but he has Nerona breathing down his neck right now. Let's see what happens here. Slowly gets a decent run on Ortiz, but I don't know if he can make anything of it. Tries to go around the outside, gets a run. Oh my God! And Ortiz closes the door on Sully, kind of pushes him off track a little bit. So Sully loses the spot to Ben Nerona. So now Nerona is up to P5. Sully is down to P6. See if Nerona has anything for Ortiz, or Sully can get back by Nerona. And oh my God, Sully. This man is just tossing it all day over every jump. Doolies. Oh my God, Nerona. Oh, down the inside goes Sully. Oh my God, are they both going to get Ortiz? Doolies from Nerona and Ortiz right in front of Sully here. Oh my God. Oh my God, does Sully get both of them? He kind of has to jump off track. So Nerona gets by Ortiz with a little bit of a cross up there. So Ortiz now down to P5 with Sullivan right behind him. Sullivan can't get a run. He's going down the inside, down the right side of the track. A little bit more rough there. Does Ortiz close him off? Oh, he does, and Sully just kind of forces him, saying, hey, I'm there, and it doesn't work out for him as all right, Ortiz doesn't even try to make the corner. He just cuts it. See if they have anything to say about that. All right, well, that's an eventful couple of laps there. Chelsea's still in the lead, but it is down to 9 seconds between him and Tharp. Let's see what Chelsea runs here. He runs a 26.3, back-to-back 20, well, never mind. He runs a 26.3. And what does Tharp run? A 17.9. So that is 8.5 seconds in one lap. It is down to 8.3 now. And closing quick. Tharp is running him down as Chelsea makes a small mistake. He goes over the rudder, gets the legs. So Tharp into the lead. Chelsea, after leading this whole time, leading about 24 minutes of this moto, loses it with 6 minutes and 2 laps to go. So Tharp, now leading here, has a chance to go, I think, 2-1 on the day to have a huge lead heading into round 2. So Tharp leading in the closing stages of this moto. Chelsea P2, Wilczek P3. He's not too far back either. One mistake from either of those two, and oh my God, he is going to make a pass as he wheelies over those bumps in the corner. Rails that turn. He sees them right in front of him. He sees Chelsea, and then Tharp would be right in front of him if he can catch Chelsea, but Nerona, a little bit off the track there. Into P4, Sullivan P5 still. As Grant is right behind him in P6, with Snyder P7, Ortiz P8, Kefa P9, Jack Mark P10, Vic 11. Looks like we have lost Padani. He has fallen back. We'll see him as they scroll across the screen here. Where is that? Stevenson MP15, Branson 16. Still don't see Padani. Still don't see him. looks like he has fallen outside the top 20 here. He might have disconnected. Might have been a DC for Badani, the guy who just finished P2 in the 250 East standings. You hate to see it. We still go back to the lead. It is a 3-second lead for Braden Tharp over Ryan Chowsey. EVP almost had a win in Supercross with Antonio Velati, and they had a chance at getting a moto win in this second moto with Ryan Chowsey. But we'll see if it was meant to be or not, as Tharp's still pulling up a gap. It is up to 3.5 seconds now. He is just pulling away from Chowsey. If he could keep this tempo up without making a mistake or without a fall-off crash, he would definitely have this moto win in the bag. So, and then Wilczek is actually trying to make a move on Chowsey. Chowsey makes a small mistake, so Wilczek is going to move into that P2 spot here. Oh, and he misses the rut, goes on top of it, but he's able to hold P2 down over Chowsey. Wilczek actually ran a faster lap time than Tharp last lap. Tharp with a 17.9 and Wilczek with a 17.4. So both of these guys are moving. We'll see if Wilczek has enough time to catch Tharp, who's just hauling out front. Let's watch Wilczek since he's the fastest rider on the track right now. Let's see how he is navigating through this course, through all the roughness of the road. Staying low over these doubles here. Sticking inside like mostly everyone. Following the outside. Ooh, little notch in the rut there. Hitting on the normal lines. Holding on. Max won first moto? I thought it was, I thought Woods won first moto. Oh my god, he is closing in fast. It is down to 4 seconds. We could have a battle on our hands. We have 2.5 minutes plus 2 laps here. See what Wilczek can do. It is down to 3.5 seconds. Tharp ran a 2:20.4. Wilczek ran a 2:17.7. He is gaining quickly. With a little over 3 laps to go. Yeah, about 3 laps to go. Well, about 4 if including this one. Maybe. It'll be about 3 laps to go. See, it's down to 2.5 seconds now. He is closing quickly. And then this could be for the over. I don't exactly remember the first moto scores. If somebody could get it, that would be nice. If possible. I could probably find one real quick. Yeah, as we're watching. Oh my god, it is down to 1.5 seconds. Never mind. I cannot find one real quick. Wait and see what Wilczek can do. If he did finish 4th or 5th, that would give that would give Tharp the overall no matter what. But he would want that extra win to gain a little more points over. Oh my god, Wilczek, as he gets a little squirrely on the braking bumps there. See if Tharp can hold it together for 2 more laps. It is getting hectic here in the final closing. Oh, Wilczek jumps off the track there. Gets hooked on the rut a little too long. Man, is he charging fast. Ooh, 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 ooh. Settle down there. Hold on to her. Hold on to her. He is charging, but it is costing him those tiny mistakes as you see those fat 40 guys. And that is a lapper. Oh my God. As they almost come together. Whew. He gained almost a second last lap, but it is 2.2 as he lost them towards the end of the lap. With 2 laps to go. Wojciech has plenty of time. He just has to settle into a pace and not try to force the issue here. Just be consistent. Oh, he misses the rut. Oh, he clips the top block, but he's able to hold on to it. He is charging as Chelsea is now 13 seconds behind Wojciech. Wojciech losing some time. It is up to 3.4. So Tharp might be turning, might be kicking it up a gear here. Looks like Tharp might be hitting different lines too, so that might have been why he was losing so much time. But there are some that he's sticking to. We will watch Tharp, see if anything happens to him in these closing laps, whether it be lappers or just a normal crash by himself. Anything can toss this race win away from him. It will not be the overall, but it will be the race win, as there are lappers in the way. Can he get around him? Oh, there's one looking down the inside of him, and he leaves him room, and thankfully. So Tharp able to get by those 2 lappers. Looks like they might have collided. One of them might have, but Wojciech is able to get by. Might have got slowed up a little bit by him, but we will see. It is down to 1.7, so he did not get slowed up as much as Tharp did. Oh, the lapper being sketchy in front of him. Wojciech still charging. He can see Tharp. He is right in front of him now. It is almost under a second. It is under a second. You see him right in front of him. He is charging. It is going to be a close one as they are going to be coming to the white flag this lap. Oh, he's right behind him now. He is almost touching that rear fender. Kind of lads off the track a little bit. See if he tries to force a pass or just lets it come to him. Just following Tharp's line. Sticking to him. Scrubs kind of stays lower. He does there. Can he get a run? They are on the white flag. 1 lap to go for these 2. They have to dodge that lapper who is down. Tharp kind of a little slow there. Wojciech didn't touch him though. Oh, Wojciech kind of got slowed up by the braking bumps. His mind's got to be racing on what lines to hit and where he should follow and where he should take a different line. Oh my God. Lapper almost ruining there. Gets out of the way. So Wojciech still has to have a little bit of a charge here. It is back up to 1 second between him and Tharp. See if Tharp can hold on. Wojciech takes a different line here. Oh, gets kicked. Kind of has to check up a little bit. Loses a little bit of time there. Oh, he kind of gains some actually. It is down to 8/10 between the 2. They're both taking that second rut there over this kicker. Oh, he is sending it. Wojciech is sending it, trying to get the pass done here. Don't know how many cuts, but it is at 6/10. Down to half a second now. He gets the run, but not enough of a run to get the pass done. He stays low. Tharp misses a rut. Wojciech goes to the outside. He has a run, and he sends it up the hill, gets the pass done. Wojciech is to the lead. Tharp, that costly mistake, cost him the race win, but not the overall. We'll see if Tharp knows that or if he tries to push it for a moto win here. At round 1, he sends it down that hill. Wojciech gets a little kick there from the braking bumps. Can Tharp rail the outside? He has a run on him. Does he send it? He doesn't. He kind of checks up. Doesn't hit him. We are getting close. We have only a couple corners to go. Wojciech makes a mistake, slides out, loses the lead, so Tharp is back into P1 now. Let's see what Tharp can do here. See if he could hold on, ride a wide bike, hold on to it as Wojciech tries to make a one final push for this win here. Tharp goes far outside. Wojciech goes third rut. Tharp goes inside. Wojciech goes outside. Can he get the run around the outside? He gets a slingshot. Does he have it? I don't think there's enough room. I don't think there's enough time. He gets a bad bounce. They go into the same rut. He overshoots the rut. Clips the top block. Can he hold on to it? He does. But Tharp is going to hold on and win the second moto here at Paula. What a crazy race here. As Tharp gets the win over Wilczek. And then it looks like Sullivan actually works his way through all that carnage that we were watching up front. He's going to work his way up to P2 as he is 30 seconds down from the lead 2. So Sullivan, I think he went 10-3, which crazy, but it might be good enough for a podium, honestly. Or it might be close to a podium. We'll never know. I think he went 10-3. But then Nerona gets P4, Grant P5. Chelsea, after leading for 25 minutes, ends up P6 at the end of it. Jackson Vick, P7. Snyder gets P8. P9 looks like it's going to go to Jack Mark, as long as he can hold on to it. Gets through the rut here. And Jack Mark does, in fact, get P9. P10 for Keelan Ortiz. Ben Kafa looks like he's going to get P11. And then it looks like it might be a P12 for Logan Leitzel, as long as he can hold on. Ooh, Jack Gatlin trying to make a run around the outside over Stevenson. Cannot get it done. So yeah, Leitzel will get that P12 spot. Stevenson looks like he's going to get P13. And then Gatlin, if he could hold on, looks like he's going to get P14 over Cody Branson. Yeah, he's got a big enough gap. So yeah, P15, or 14, I'm sorry, for Jack Gatlin. P15 for Cody Branson here. Oh my God, Branson, did you just kill yourself? He did. He did. So, Adam Holm, let's go. P15 for Atom. And then P16 for Cody Branson. That's got to suck. P17 for Dylan Dallaire. P18 looks like it's going to go to Evan Holt or Andre Feitosa. Evan Holt looks like he's going to be able to hold on here, and he does, as long as he doesn't pull Branson and just absolutely wad himself here on this last table. He does. So P18 for Holt, P19 for Feitosa, and then P20 is going to go to Talon Zollers here, with Wilcox just missing out on a P21. 22 for Godbout, and so on and so forth for all these guys. They lapped up to P25, so we'll get to see some cuts here. And no cuts were involved, so Tharp gets the Moto2 win, and the overall win goes to Braden Tharp at round 1 at Paula, so he will have that red plate going into round 2 at Hangtown next week. I believe Wilczek will have P2 in points, and then P3 looks to be Sullivan. I don't know if he got 3rd overall, but it could be close. What a race that was, boys. All the way down to the end. Wilczek made it interesting, but then he unfortunately slid out there and ruined it for him. Down to the 450s here. So top of it was Leclerc, Carr, and whoever that guy is. Crap, I don't remember his name. Jackson. And I think it was Bendis and then Cade. Or Seabolt and then Cade. One of the two. I gotta see if I can pull up results real quick before the race starts. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. All right. We're good. We got it. Never mind. I can't. Darn. There's Leclerc. We're gonna watch Leclerc since he got a bomb. Hold start. Yep. Hey, thank you, Sully. And gate is down. Oh, it looks like Leclerc doesn't get a good start. It looks like it is Shirley gets a good start this time. And Shirley is going to pull the whole shot instead of a dead last start like Moto 1. He gets the whole shot in Moto 2. See if he could pull away here. Don't know what happened to Leclerc. It looks like he's P15 right now. So it is Shirley, Reyes, followed by Pilsner, Carr, Spicer, Wisdom, Boardman, Cocroft, and many others up here. But Shirley leading early. See if he could establish the gap. It's almost up to 2 seconds now over JR Reyes. And then we have Carr up here early. Got P2 Moto 1, seeing if he could pull an overall and take the points lead into round 2. With the gargle of riders behind him, we have Spicer, Wisdom, Boardman, Brion, Matherly, Vial, Cocroft, Jackson, Ryan, O'Brien, Castellaneta, Blakely, Alec Horn, Bryce Whelan, and many guys down at the top of the hill. Ooh. A couple of these guys able to get by, but we do not have our Moto 1 winner of Alexis Leclerc. It looks like he's down in P20s. He's scrolling across the top of the screen. So not the same start he had in Moto 1, but time to see if he could work through the pack. But we have Shirley leading still. Carr P2, Reyes 3, Spicer 4, and Boardman P5. Carr and Shirley you expect up here. The other guys kind of a little bit of wild cards, but they are riding good. That's obviously why they're up here. And then you got Matherly, who is actually in that P6 spot. See if he can make a move here on Boardman pretty quickly. Launches it to that little knuckle there. Scrubs it. Oh, dualies right there between them. Does Boardman try to cut it off? Matherly gets the run, and he moves swiftly into P5. Matherly even has a shot at an overall here right now with Leclerc so far down. All he has to do is beat Carr by a couple spots, and he might have it. And he gets by Sonny Spicer, so that's up to P4 for Cade. See if he can buy Reyes and then have a shot at Seth Carr for the P2 spot as Shirley still trying to walk away, but Carr not letting him. The two guys that were the 250 champs, I believe, last year, the two Seths, trying to get it done. Carr winning the 250 outdoor title last year. With Shirley moving up. So Shirley has one more outdoor season under his belt, but Carr does have the experience of leading a championship. Same as Shirley. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know. I tried spitting some shit out of my ass and it didn't work out, so it's gonna work with that. Oh, Cade does actually get into P3 over who went down? JR Reyes, I think, yeah. Reyes goes down, so Boardman, Spicer, and Cade all get by. So Cade P3 right now sets him up good for the championship. He will be P2 in the championship. As of right now, as we wait to see where Leclerc is going to end up. Leclerc up to P17 after a lap, so good progress for the 5-time champ. Ooh, little kicker there from Carr early on. We'll see if he's trying to push it or he's going to try to save it for late in the moto like he did last time. Little Blake Baggett, El Chupacabra getting it working there. But we'll see if he tries to apply pressure to Shirley. Spicer still in that P3 spot over Boardman, Reyes, Castellaneta. Castellaneta was up there early. Got a top 10, I believe, in Moto 1. Reyes down the inside. Don't know if he gets the run. Castellaneta does. On the left-hand side, kind of a mini dualies there. They weren't fully side by side. Oh, I don't have alerts on. That's why that grade didn't pop up. Oops. Here, well, that's happening. Don't worry about it. Screen's coming back on. There we go. Alright. Back to your regularly scheduled program. God dang, a bunch of follows. Hello, everyone. I think these are all delayed follows. So it might be running for a while. Oh, never mind, we're good. Alright. But Shirley still leads over Carr, but Carr went down, so it is now down to 13 seconds. Of course, the one time I tried doing something for the stream and it fucking missed the damn crash. But, you know, Spicer's still third. Boardman fourth. Same with Reyes. And Cade up to P6. So actually, never mind, that's a little different. Cade goes down too. Falling down to P6 from P3. I think, yeah. Devin Ryan behind him, Xander Brion, Tyler Lang, Pablo Vial, Noah Bendis, Chase Blakely, Castellaneta, Seabolt, and then here is Leclerc down in P15 right now. So he's slowly working his way up, making about 2 or 3 spots every lap. But now he's catching up to a lot more of the fast boys, as Cade is now working his way up the pack. Oh my God, who was that down? That was Sonny Spicer. So Cade is able to move up to P4 now. And then he's now up to P3 over JR Reyes. They are back to their normal spots. And then Seth Carr, last lap ran a 14.8. Damn. I am going to try to stream every round, yes. Well, I should be able to because I don't work Wednesday nights. So yeah, I should be able to stream every round. I will try to promote it more than I did for this round because I saw Jay-Z was going to be doing it, and I was like, I'll let them do it. No shade to them, but they didn't have overlays, and I was like, I already made them, so why not? Why not try to stream it? And it sounds like people are liking it, so might as well do the rest of the rounds. Alright, but Shirley still leading. 12-second gap over Seth Carr in P2. P3 is Cade Matherly. P4, thank you, Sully, for the follow. Is JRS, P5, Xander Brion. And then P6 is T. Lang, and P7 with Vial right behind him. And there's a small little gap to Boardman and Devin Ryan here. Alrighty. Hope to see you next week, but. And then Bendis is P10, Blakely 11, leading a kind of a train to Seabolt, and then Leclerc P13 now. So like I said, every lap, he's slowly making some moves to get into that top 10 position there. It's like Lang actually makes a pass there on Xander Brion along with Vial. Brion a small mistake there, and these guys just able to slip right back by him. And then Carr is now 13.5 seconds behind Shirley, so Shirley gaining a little by little here. Now they're all trying to get by JR Reyes here. Oh my God, Lang just wheeling, jumping, doing everything. Except riding the track normally. Hold it together there. So probably, oh my God. Xander Brion, that is probably not the thing to do to the series owner. But I mean, I get it. Neither of you went down. He just kind of came over on you, kind of. I didn't really get to see it. Oh, and Brion goes down himself, so. Oh well, so Boardman gets by along with Devin Ryan, and then Bendis, and Brion goes down again. So Seabolt gets by along with Blakely and Leclerc. So Leclerc now to P12. Trying to keep an eye on him since he was Moto 1 winner. Shirley still leading, 13.2. And Shirley ran the fastest lap of the race last lap with a 14.1 over Seth Carr's 14.9. Everyone else in the 15s or slower. Well, Matherly's in the 15.0s, and everyone else is in the 18.5s or slower. So Shirley kicking on the afterburners, trying to get as much of a gap as possible so he could just relax for the second half of this moto. So Shirley gets the lead early, a big lead after a couple mistakes from Carr and then setting a fastest lap. Cade Matherly is able to squeak his way into P3. Solid debut on the 450 here for Cade Matherly. And then Vial up to P4 with JRS P5 and Lang in P6 now. It's like, I think Reyes got back by him there. Right, and then Boardman P7, Blakely P8. Oh, a little mistake there, and it allows actually Leclerc to dive down the inside, see if he can make a move on Chase Blakely here. See if he can get it done. Leclerc, shark in the water. He's on a hunt, man. He's trying to charge to the front. Ooh, a little off track there for alrighty Leclerc. Just make him your bitch. Just fucking zoom right by him. And then Boardman's right in front of, well, not right in front of him, but Leclerc might be able to get him. Alright, so Leclerc up to P8. He was all the way down in 20th, I believe, about 5 minutes into this race, so maybe a little before 5 minutes. But T-Lane gets by Reyes, then Vial, and still your normal top 4. Let's see what Shirley runs this time. A 13.6 for Seth Shirley. He is putting down the lap, trying to pull away as much as he can. And then let's see what Carr puts down. A 14.1. He just gained half a second in that one lap alone. Damn. That's fucking insane. I wish I could go that fast. Still those two out front. Cade in that P3 spot. Still Vial, still P4. Lang P5. Boardman is actually up to P6 now, along with Leclerc in P7. They both got by Reyes, who I think had a piss poor lap. Yep, he ran a 29.5. And Leclerc, he was running 16s whenever he was up front. Oh, he just blew by Boardman there. He was running 16s, maybe 18s at his worst lap whenever he was out front Moto 1. So far, 5 laps in, his best lap is a 18.8 on lap 2, and he's running consistent 19s. So shows just how much of a difference those working through the pack can be to your lap times. Same with Shirley. Shirley was only running 16s Moto 1 working through the pack, and now he's running 13.6s. Man, I need someone in here with me because fucking it is hard on me, boys. Especially when I don't talk a lot to begin with. Alright, but it is Shirley. He pulled some more time on Carr. If it's not a car mistake, this thing is going to probably be like a 13 flat, maybe even a 12, if it is not from a car mistake that he pulled away. Because he just gained almost a second on him. So we will wait and see from Seth Shirley here, see what lap time he runs. And then that might have cost him a little bit of time there. Come around the spin. What does he run this lap? He runs another 13.6. Alrighty. Yeah, he is on a burner. Where'd Shirley get again? Didn't he get like 10th or 12th or something like that? That'd be crazy if he podiums. Okay, and then Seth Carr actually ran a 13.7. And Pablo Vial, it was 9th or 10th, it was 1 or 2. But Vial ran a 2:12.1. So this Frenchman, it's the Frenchman's, guys. Like, come on. Why are Frenchmen just good at this game? They're the Frenchies just fast. I think that's damn near qualifying time right there. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what they're running for quali because I didn't really bother looking. But he's moving. Might be too far away for it to do anything. Oh my, yeah. So I'm looking back at lap times again. Shirley ran a 13.6. Carr ran a 13.7. Cade a 13.9. Vial a 12.1. Everyone else in a 17.0 or slower. So that's crazy. And then Lang, again, the only one on the Honda model. But he is in that P5. Leclerc still P6. Or up to P6, I guess now. But it's Cocroft and Seabolt in 7th and 8th. Reyes 9th and Bendis P10. So let's just see how far up Leclerc can get here. Let's see what Shirley runs this time, because it is up to a 15-second gap over Carr. A 13.8. Yeah, all right, bud. I'm gonna need you to slow down. Like, come on. Leave some speed for the rest of us out there. She surely got speed and consistency right now. Maybe didn't have it in the first moto working through the back, but man, is he consistent, and a 14.8 from Carr. Madly, we'll see what he runs. A 13.2, so he's improving. He's catching up to Carr, actually. And yeah, let's see what he runs this lap. A 15.6. All right, well. That kind of shows why Shirley is out front. He has the consistency as well as the speed. So Lang is a 15.0. And then Leclerc, let's see what Leclerc runs down in P6. Now they had it. I think this might be his first lap with some open air. He runs a 15.8. And we are, oh damn, we are halfway through this race. All right, well, I guess we'll do the top 20 rundown that we did for the past two motos. Oh, and he hits a tough block. Instead of doing that, we're going to watch this. Shirley misses the rut trying to go fast still and just goes down, but he has a huge gap that it didn't even matter. And Carr doesn't even get near him. It is only down to 6 seconds. It's going to be down to 5 because he has some momentum. But yeah, 5 seconds. It's crazy. Well, time to do it. I guess we are dumb talks just because I guess Wilczek did win and Cash got second. Alright, well. That's crazy. Oh, and Shirley goes down again? Are you kidding me? He's throwing this away. And so through goes Carr. So Carr now into the lead over Shirley after a couple bad mistakes all on this lap. With Cade still in P3. I will say the 250 overall since we never got to him, but it was Wilczek getting first overall with a 1-2, Tharp second overall with a 3-1, and Nerona third overall with a 6-4, and Sullivan with a 9-3 for fourth overall. Not bad. Probably run through the rest of them later, but yeah. All right, so a 2:14.6 last lap for Carr over a 2:32. Oh, Carr, and he gets the kicks on the braking bumps. So he goes down. So Shirley is now going to go back into the lead. So he goes from first to fourth. Damn. All over 3 points. Damn shit. Ain't that crazy. But now it looks like he's back in the overall lead. No, he's not winning the overall now, but because a 9-1 doesn't beat Leclerc's 1-6. So I think, but right now the 2-2 for Carr gets it. So, oh, never mind. You said Shirley podiums. Never mind. I'm a dumbass for not reading. Disregard. Misinput. Alright, well, Shirley still leads with a little over 10 minutes to go. Carr in second now, but it is only down to 3 seconds compared to 16. Then Matherly in third. He's actually not too far behind Carr. Damn, a 9-1 beats the 5-3. Damn. Well. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone's kind of spread out, so it kind of sucks for racing. But we're just kind of waiting for those final laps. Oh, never mind. We got a battle. We got a battle somewhere. Hold on. Let me find it. Is that it? Oh, never mind. Bendis screwed it over. Damn it, Bendis. You bend it. So he falls down to 11th. So I guess now he is battling with Castellaneta and Blakely. Well, Siebold is battling with Reyes. Good ride for Reyes, man. Getting it done. Oh, Siebold down the inside. Can he get it done? Damn, got the hiccups there. Siebold down the inside, and it's actually Frank Jackson down right in front of him. Oh my God, Siebold, what happened there, bud? He just got out of the rut all wonky. Now, Blakely has to go around the outside, so we'll see if he could get it done, but Siebold closes the door on him. So he's going to get the pass to stay in that P12 spot with Castellaneta P11, Bendis 10th, J.R. Reyes in P9, Jackson P8, Crowcroft all the way up here in P7, P6 for Leclerc, and actually Vial is down to 5th. I missed this somewhere in there. I think it was last lap because he had a 23.7. And Lang is now bumped up to P4. And then Carr has closed it down to 2.6 seconds, and it is 7 seconds to Cade. So a fall off for either of them bumps Cade up, and it could potentially get him an overall. So Cade's still in the fight for an overall. So he's going to get 18-21 moto scores. Are going to be his points for Cade right now, which is a total, I'm illiterate, 39. That is not the right term for that. Dyslexic. But yeah, 39 points for Matherly. Carr with a 2-2 gets him 44. Fuck, never mind, I'm retarded. It's 20 and 16? So 36? Because I think we're going by old points where it's down to 2 all the way to 5th. So it's either 30, 36, or 37 for Matherly. And a 44 for Carr. Surely I'm too dumb to do that math. And Leclerc, 16, 15. Yeah, I think so too, but I know they said they're using old points, which I think went down by 2s all the way to 5th. But I can't be too sure, so I don't know, it's damn near impossible to do math on that. I don't remember. Once we figure it out, we'll figure it out after this race. Yeah, I think maybe. Yeah, because they only pay down to P20. So yeah, they do by 2 until 5th. Alrighty. I would try to do that math real quick, but so then 16, 15 for Leclerc, so 25, 15 is 40. So he'd be 4 points behind Carr. So 15, 14, 13, 12 would be 37 compared to Cade's 36. Yeah. If he got, yeah, he would. Cade would have to get P2 to get P3 overall. But, you know, they're dealing with lappers right now, so never know. And then Leclerc has to get up to P3 to win, I believe. Alright, well, it's still... We got 5 minutes left after doing all that math for like 5-10 minutes. We got Shirley leading. We got Carr P2, Matherly still P3, Lang P4, Vial P5, top 6 has kind of stayed the same, and all the battles are mostly behind him. Everyone is running 16s. Flat was Vial as the quickest or slower for everyone else. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Anybody want to know points? Look at Toxin in chat. Who just died behind him? Toxic? Yeah. He has the points for you right now. So Shirley's still leading. He's got a 3-second gap over Carr and a 9-second gap over Matherly. Then a 28-second gap over Lang. So. Oh, he got the tables there. Carr did not. I wonder if that was one of the band lines. I'm not too sure or not. But it is still Shirley leading, like I shared, you know, like I've said about 12 times, like a broken. Oh, Shirley! And he slides off the side of the track. That was kind of a weird crash. I wasn't really. I was looking at live timing when that happened. I saw the end of it where he kind of slid down the hill, hit the tough black, and got legs. But that pushes him to 4th in points, as he is only gaining 35 points today. As Carr is in the lead, looking to go 2-1 on the day. So he would be getting 47 points, which would put him 7 points ahead of Leclerc. So 7 points in round 2 would be a nice lead there for Carr if he could hold it together and not do that. Oh, yeah, that's, I'm a little retarded. I can't say that on Twitch. My bad. Oh, this streaming thing is gonna be hard, man. Well, yeah, round 1 and we're already canceled. Wow, what a great way to start. All right, well, Carr still leading over Shirley, who is 4 seconds behind. They kind of just swapped, but Matherly is actually right behind him. So Matherly has a chance to gain a few more points here. He wouldn't move up any more spots. He would still be 3rd in the points, but he would move up to 38 points and be just that little bit closer. It'd be an extra 2 points closer. Instead of 11 points down, it'd only be 9. So there's that. Kind of riding on this for him. See what Cade can do. See if he can catch up to Shirley. See if Shirley can put in any more burgers. Cade was the fastest on the track last lap with a 14.6. I mean, Carr's been selling all of Supercross, so you never know. I mean, he caught Leclerc last moto and then sold. We'll see if history repeats itself here for Carr. Oh, Cade makes a mistake at the top of the hill. Nobody gets by. Oh my God, Lang, coming right into your living room there. So he loses touch on Shirley, and then so Lang, he doesn't lose any spots, but Vial is now really close to him. So that could change the overall a little bit. Well, in behind like top 5, that could change, but not for the podium. Okay, I'm loving the Nexus. Alrighty, never mind. I just won't talk about him. I was gonna say I love that they got like Moto 2 bikes, where they're a little bit sturdier than the first ones. I think that's a cool idea. Oh, Cade is down again. I don't know if he got caught up with the lap or what, but his race is falling apart here. So that now promotes Shirley, I think, up into the podium again. They would be tied, but with Shirley having the better finish, he would get 3rd overall. See if Vial can get by him. He launches the finish line. Does he take the line? Oh, he was thinking about it. But he just goes to the next run over. And these guys are all 10 seconds ahead of Leclerc. So did Vial go down? He got stuck. It looks like he did go down. So that allows Leclerc to catch up. He doesn't make the pass, but he's going to be close here. So that could give Leclerc another point to edge him closer in this championship here. But now Cade has to get back around Ling. Oh, and never mind. Ling just tucks the front end. Huh. But yeah, Ling goes down. So Cade back into P3, and everything kind of resets itself, except for Leclerc getting by Vial, who goes down again. No crazy there, but Leclerc getting closer. He has to win the overall. But every time he makes a pass that is a little bit closer, and less work he has to do at the upcoming rounds to gain points back on Seth's car. Oh yeah. Bone area, leg area, let's go. Getting it done up here. Well, that's what I don't get, right? You could say boner on Twitch, right? But you can't say the R word on Twitch. Uh-huh. Like, I could say dumbass on Twitch and I won't get flagged. I could say special. Well, Lang's trying to throw it here for Leclerc, man. He's trying to let Leclerc get a P4 here. Oh, my God. Is that? Nope. Damn. What happened to Vial? Oh, what happened, my guy? Get there. Fastest lap of the race and then fall apart towards the end. Suspension might not be liking this road here. Okay, look, I guess Leclerc just skips that. He says, fuck going all the way outside. I'm just going to hop over this rut here. And Lang is right in front of him, so he does have a decent chance. Car is in the lead. Yes, that's right. That happened earlier. And oh, they got about a lap and a half left to go here. Dang, I didn't realize we were this far into the dang moto. But the lap and a half remaining, it's Carr, Shirley, Matherly, Lang. Leclerc is hunting down Lang right now. He's absolutely on the move. And then Cocroft and Vial are battling for that P6 spot. Watch this for a bit. I'll watch live timing as well. Cocroft kind of messes up. And then Vial gets the pass done right there. Vial had a 2:51.3 last lap. That is crazy. And then Lang has brought it out a little bit. It's about 3 seconds over Leclerc. And then Shirley has gone down, I think, a couple times because Carr has a 20-second lead over Shirley, or he's having trouble with, oh my God, or he's having trouble with lappers. But so now Carr has a 20-second lead over Shirley, and Shirley has a 20-second lead over Mallet. Well, that's like a 15, but damn, that's crazy. And they are a minute and 7 seconds at a sixth. Wow. Yeah, I would just wait till the end of it. But it is last lap right now for Mr. Seth Carr. The two Seths putting on a show there. Not really with battles, but with mistakes. Yeah, Seth Shirley had a 34.3 last lap. Damn, that is crazy. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't see Carr having 13 damn fall-offs. If he does, I don't know if it would surprise me or not. But we are in the last lap. I mean, there's not much to talk about. He rode a solid race. I think he had a few mistakes in the middle of it. But he held it together more than Shirley. He's able to navigate these lappers pretty well. He's lapping 15th right here. Damn. All right. He's lapping J.R. Reyes, who, was up there early. And then Shirley. Here's Cade. Lang, and it looks like Leclerc, they had trouble with lappers or went down on his own, but he is now 10 seconds behind Lang, so it looks like a P5 is in for him. Ow, P4. And then Carr trying to navigate through these lappers here. Carr really consistent. Leclerc consistent as well, having to work through the pack this second moto, getting up to 5th. Just by the time he got up there, it was kind of already too spread out for him to gain anymore. So there's that. But he is looking like he is still a force to be reckoned with in these outdoors championships. But we are still watching Carr work his way around this. Yeah, I'll try to be back the rest of the season. I'm gonna try my best to make every round. I was at first going to try to qualify for every round, and then I realized I forgot that I sucked at outdoors, and I'm only good at Supercross, semi-good. But, you know, but coming in to win the second moto and the overall at round 1, it is Seth Carr on the District Designs bike, getting the win in Moto 2 and the overall to take the points lead. It looks like he'll have a 6-point lead over Leclerc. But yeah, I'm going to try to make it all. And then Shirley is going to come home in P2. Not enough for an overall podium with that P9 in the first moto, but it is P4 in the overall for him. With Cade looking like he's going to take that P3 today. I mean, we thought the 450 was going to be kind of stacked, but like top 5 were within a minute. And everyone else was over a minute, and that's just wild to see. But Madley P3, Lang is going to be P4. And then it's going to be Leclerc in that P5 spot. Going to be 6 points down, heading into round 2. Oh, behind Carr. P7, or P6, looks like it's going to be Pablo Vial here. Sodris Remy was up front early and just kind of had some few mistakes there, but corralled it back in. And a solid P6 on Moto 2. And Vial gets that. They lapped up to P14. Damn, that's crazy. And then Jackson is going to get a solid P7 here. 2 really solid top 10 finishes for Jackson. I think the same for Cocroft, as he's going to get P8. And then Castellaneta is a little ways back with Seabolt right behind him. Looking at it, doesn't look like there's any changes with cuts or anything. I don't really, yeah, nobody was really close enough for that except for Lang and Madley, but or Lang and Leclerc. But yeah, 9 for Castellaneta, 10th for Seabolt, 11th for Bindis. Jesus, these guys are 2.5 minutes back. That's crazy. And like, no shame to them. They're gods, man. They know how to play this game. But P13 being 2.5 minutes back is crazy. Okay, well then it's going to be Boardman in P12, P13 for Heilman. It's going to be 14th for Bollinger, 15th for Reyes, 16th for Blakely, 17th for Ryan. Ooh, actually, there are some changes. But yeah, at the front, it's going to be Carr, Shirley, Cade, Lang, Leclerc, Vial, Jackson, Crowcroft, Castellaneta, Seabolt, Bindis, Boardman, Heilman, Bollinger, Reyes, Blakely, Ryan, Hunter Ash, and then Hall, and one other person that I could not get to. But yeah, that is gonna be it for round 1 of the Pro Motocross Championship in MX Simulator. I hope you guys all enjoyed my broadcast. It was kind of last minute, no promotion, but I'm glad to see a bunch of people were tuning in. Yeah, thank you guys for all the follows. Thank you for the raid, Soleil, if you're still here. And I will catch you guys all on next week's race at round 2 at Hangtown. Same time next week. Maybe I'll do some more. I'll be more public about me doing it. But yeah, thank you guys all for showing out. Thank you, Toxic, for trying to do the points for me. It really helped out. But yeah, thank you guys. And I'll see you all next week.